was segment one. We'll transition to the reel there.
Hey, man, watch out.
Have the...
Old heads. What is it, Todd?
No! You do not answer that.
Right?
Old heads.
He calls us that all the time.
Because you keep answering it.
That's because you are old heads.
No, we keep answering it, so he keeps saying it.
And I will continue to do so.
Don't I know?
Yep, because you guys are old heads.
You know, he's just gonna keep bugging us until we answer him, or until he has no head.
What is it, Todd?
I have something for you.
What is it?
Piece of mail here meant to bring pain to men everywhere.
Oh, not again. Not again.
Chill out, old head. It's not from Sabrina Murphy.
Are you opening up the mail again?
Define opening.
Is that about Marcus?
Why's it gotta be about me?
Well,
Because you know you had all those problems with that Sabrina Murphy chick.
But who was lying?
It don't matter. It still caused a lot of pain to good men like myself here.
Just shut up, Todd.
Gladly, but this still needs to be read.
You see this? What? And you opened it, huh?
Yes,
why?
because it's from our health insurance provider. If it's from them, it concerns me. So I opened it.
Why does this kid still work here? Why does he work here?
I ask myself that every day.
I'm the best you got.
Now, what's going on with this?
Are they dropping this, Rich?
No?
What is it?
They want to invade you.
What?
They want to invade your privacies. If you know what I mean.
What is he talking about?
It says, we have notices that you have not had colonoscopy or prostate exams, and that you all need to take one immediately.
Yep. You all need to take one immediately.
Wait. What did he say?
They said we need to have colon and prostate exams to keep our coverage.
Yes, they're saying that.
Wait a minute, we're not even that age yet.
I know, we're not.
Stop lying.
Todd, we're not.
Yeah, you're supposed to at least be 40 before you start these kind of exams. Or, I mean, younger if you have that kind of cancer in your family's history, but...
That's right.
Y'all know y'all over 40.
Man, I just turned 40, kid.
100 years ago. And Marcus, you know you way...
We get it, okay?
You getting up there, brother.
Man, I am only...
Yeah, you only about to tell a lie. Went to high school with Moses.
Are they serious about this?
Yeah, look, it says there's so many new cases of colon and prostate cancer, they want us to get tested.
Okay, well, guess we should schedule it.
All right, listen, I'll call the doctor and we'll make this happen.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so listen, we'll finish the first segment, go into the first video package, get your voiceovers in here, and then...
What? Y'all just gonna give it up, just like that.
Give what up, Todd?
Oh, you know what.
Todd, this is an exam, okay? It's not our virginity.
Are you sure? Do you know what they do to you in that exam? Do you know where they go?
You know what? That reminds me. I brought something.
Ooh, something good.
Oh, here it is. There he is.
Shut up! Yeah. Let me, oh, I got something for you too. Oh, here it is. Ah! That's gonna be the sound of your ass. as it goes deeper and deeper. But they're not taking your virginity.
Todd, the colonoscopy is not that bad.
Really?
Really. What they do is they put you to sleep, and then they send the camera through your colon, and then, you wake up hours later feeling fine.
They make a movie in there? Who yells cut? Who's the director? Who's the actors?
Can we fire him? Look, it is not that big a deal, okay? I read about it. It's fine.
You can't read.
All right, listen, so we're all just gonna do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Better safe than sorry.
Right. The hardest part about the whole thing is just staying up all night the night before.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do the second package.
Why do you have to stay up all night?
The night before, they give you this medicine that cleans you out all night, if you know what I mean.
Oh, they give you a Keisha. Richard's already had his. He's clean as a whistle. 'Cause she cleaned him out.
I'm not looking forward to that part.
He wasn't either.
I am talking about the colonoscopy.
It's not that bad.
All right, so listen, let's get back. So if we can just finish the last...
Nobody's gonna put up any resistance.
What?
No fight.
What are you saying?
I'm saying, man, fight for yours.
Todd, this is a good thing.
Oh, it's a good thing. Yeah. I told a young brother named Kuta Kente that it was a good thing.
What?
Yeah. Join our club. Free cruise. Nice vacation. Timeshare. Yeah. Plenty of exercise. Sun, fun, singing. 400 years later, we still fighting.
This kid's the worst.
No, I'm the voice of reason. I'm telling you, y'all need to fight.
Why?
Because this is your way of telling the insurance company they can't just push you around.
Hey.
Yeah, they just want to push you around.
Hey!
And I'm not gonna be pushed around.
Hey! Kid, I'm gonna tell you for the last time, this exam is a good thing!
Yes, Joseph's right. Look, do you know who's dying the most from these types of cancers?
No, who?
African American men, because we are afraid to go to the doctor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like my father, man, he wouldn't go to the doctor at all.
Mine was the same way.
Got hurt on the job, wouldn't go to the doctor because he didn't want to take off from work.
Just like my dad.
Wow, it's pretty sad.
Yeah. What's really sad is my father would probably still be alive today if he had gone to the doctor.
Wow. Well, how'd he die?
Well, his girlfriend's husband shot him.
Oh, Marcus, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. So your dad was cheating on your mom?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, but it would have been worse if my mother would have caught him. If she would have caught him, she would have killed him, resuscitated him, and killed him again.
Makes sense.
I'm still confused. What does it have to do with him going to the doctor?
Well, my mother had made an appointment for him to get a checkup that day. Now, if he didn't go see this woman and gone to get that checkup, he'd probably be alive.
Wow. Older head should have went to the doctor. Man, is that where you get it from, Marcus?
Look, just never mind him, all right? Come on, guys, let's just get...
That's it? Just go on and get your ass checked, huh? Spread them wide. Doctors inside. Nowhere to hide.
Todd, you're lucky to live long enough to get your ass checked.
I don't think he's gonna live long enough because he's about to get his ass beat.
Y'all would like that, wouldn't you?
Bye-bye!
Go on. Go on.
I can see him.
Okay, fellas, here we go.
This is the stuff.
This is the stuff. We drink this, and we'll be all ready for our exam tomorrow. Oh, look at the size of this thing, huh?
Yeah. Guess I better get started now.
Whoa! No, my friend, no.
No. You don't want to do that
What? Why not?
because it works fast.
All right. Well, I'll wait for it tonight. I'm gonna make Keisha miserable.
You do that.
Everything's fair in love and war.
Payback.
Sounds more like gas back. So y'all really gonna do this? You just get one little letter and go to the doctor, huh?
What's a responsible thing to do?
It's not responsible what they want to do to you.
Todd, do you have any idea how many men are dying because they don't get checked for these kinds of cancers?
Yeah, man. Like you said, it's mostly African American men because we don't get checked.
Right. The right thing to do is to get tested.
Do you know what they do in a colon exam?
Look, we've been over that, okay? All right? And it's no big deal if you want to be healthy.
Do you know which way they enter?
Todd, grow up.
You know what they do in a prostate exam?
Yes.
And do you know what way they enter?
Todd, yes.
Do you know?
Yes, I do.
Well, this I gotta hear.
Yeah, I want to hear it too.
I did go to school, fellas.
They don't teach prostate exam in the GED school.
Yeah, and unless you went to medical school, I don't.
Right.
Yeah, you can't get into medical school on a GED.
Okay, so
So what?
So answer the question. How do you know?
My dad had prostate cancer, okay?
What?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah.
How is he?
It's okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was rough at first, but he pulled through.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, he looked bad, but, I mean, he made it through. It's okay.
Well, I guess we're going to have to order some more of this clean-out juice for Todd.
For what?
Yeah, you're gonna have to get checked too.
What?
Yeah?
No, I'm,
Yeah, you need to go.
no, the hell I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not 40.
Yeah, but Todd, you have a history of these cancers in your family.
No, that was my daddy. That wasn't me.
Todd, when you have a history of it in your family, you need to go get checked earlier.
Yeah, didn't your doctor tell you?
I didn't exactly talk to the doctor.
Well, we're going to schedule you.
But I'm only 26.
Well, your 26-year-old is about to go see the doctor.
Yep, you gotta go.
Are you a doctor?
You know I'm not a doctor.
Oh, okay. Well, when you get your degree, I will go.
Todd, you're going to get this exam.
Come on, we'll all go together.
This is not a male bonding experience I want to have.
Well, you're going to have it.
This is for you. Don't worry, I know where to get more.
Jug of luck.
Bottles of Keisha.
This will be great. Because you're so full of...
Marcus! Grow up. Ooh, vanilla.
Relax, Todd.
Alrighty. I am all done. And hungry.
How did it go?
Oh, great, great. You?
Yeah, great.
Man, Rich?
Yeah. Healthy as a horse.
Guess we're all done.
Nope. One more to go.
I don't want to do it, Marcus.
Come on, man. You'll be fine.
Hey, listen. After it's over, we'll all take you out to dinner.
Just take me out now.
You can't eat until it's over with.
Oh. I'm hungry. I was up all night with the bubble guts. And...
Yeah. Yeah, we all had them. What are you laughing about?
I made Keisha miserable.
I thought you guys were sleeping in separate rooms now.
Oh, we are. But I left the bathroom door open. Like a jazz solo. Working my magazine.
Okay, all right, okay. Hey, too much information.
This is not a conversation I want to have with you old heads. This whole experience is too close for comfort.
You know, I gotta say, Todd, I'm proud of you. You know?
To hell with you.
Come on, Todd, it'll be over before you know it.
Man.
It will.
No, man.
Look, they just put you to sleep and, you know, you'll be fine. Huh? It'll be fine.
I'll have nightmares.
No, you won't. Just stop tripping, okay? Relax.
You did your prostate exam, Marcus?
Yeah.
And you're okay?
Yeah.
Joseph?
Yeah.
Well?
Mine was fine. I did kind of feel like having a cigarette afterwards. I know, it was a little weird because usually I only feel like having a cigarette after...
After somebody...
It was fine.
Oh, man.
What?
Well, all you guys are fine, right?
Yeah.
Well, that means it's gonna be me. It's always the young ones.
This isn't a murder mystery, kid.
It's not gonna be you, Todd.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you will be fine.
No, I won't. It's gonna be me. Watch.
Todrick Andrews?
Todrick Andrews? You just missed him, Doc.
Here's your man, Doc, right here.
Traitor.
Go on, man.
It's good for you. Come on,
Yeah,
get it over
we'll
with.
be right here with you.
Oh, that does not comfort me.
Right this way.
Oh, wait, Doc. Can I have your name first?
My name is Dr. Philemup.
Apropos.
Don't smack my ass.
Go get him, Tiger.
Oh, here he is.
Hey.
So, Todrick?
Fine.
Oh, see, aren't you glad you did it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, at least now you know.
Yep.
So, was it as bad as you thought? You look like it was way better than you thought.
Not like that.
Why are you smiling?
I met a nurse back there.
Well, I guess she met you back there, too.
Yep, we are scheduled for a checkup.
Sure wasn't because of that shirt? Maybe she thought you had a disease or something. Whatever works.
Joseph, the doctor was asking about his ring? Hey, I'm hungry. Who's buying?
That's gonna be one of y'all two, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, can my nurse friend come too?
Well, okay, yeah.
Good. Now we can go someplace nice. You guys are paying for my date.
I don't know if this worked, guys. He's still full of it.
Miss V! I saw you. Good. Then you know how hard I work, Lord. I'm talking about you watching the TV. I wasn't watching TV. Who you gonna believe? Me or your lying eyes? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. What you doing? I'm about to see what you was watching on TV. Don't do that. Oh my goodness! Miss B! Oh my goodness, Miss B, you watching porn! It's softcore. Don't worry about it. We don't even have that channel. You didn't have it. Miss B! Oh, girl, stop acting. It's only gonna add $49 to your damn bill. It's in the package. What package? The lonely old woman package. Okay, you know what? You better get your lonely old woman ass on that phone and get this crap off my TV. Oh, Miss B, you know I got a son? We ain't seen him in years. I'm not playing. Okay, fine. I got it for him anyway.
It's kind of hot.
Will you please stop playing?
Jennifer, why are you
Why am I what?
still watching that man?
You better look and learn, Les.
Turn it off right now. Turn her over. Turn it off. Turn it up. Turn her over. Push the power button and go harder. Push it harder, Jennifer. On her. Damn.
You give me that. You just turn this off. Wait. You're about to get to the good part. They called him Mr. Mueller.
What?
People know how to do that?
Damn!
How does it fit?
Oh, me and Richard gotta try that.
Okay, stop. Turn this off.
That's the volume, girl.
Turn this button. Wow. You right. Go upstairs and watch it myself.
Y'all so nasty. We just left a funeral.
I mean, right. That made me uncomfortable.
It wasn't one of our funerals.
You have some compassion for the man. He just killed himself.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's not compassion.
Okay. You right. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's a little better.
You guys know that was a sad funeral.
My gosh, and the kids.
Oh, no, they were sad.
Yeah. I didn't know he was such a good player.
Yeah, well, he was.
That's probably what killed him.
What?
What?
All them hits.
Jennifer.
What? Y'all haven't read about it. A lot of players that suffered a lot of concussions are having major problems now.
Wait a minute. You know, Marcus, he had a lot of concussions.
I rest my case.
Marcus is fine. I'm not gonna think like this. Marcus is fine.
That's what William's wife said. Thought he was fine, didn't know what was wrong with him.
Okay, now will you stop it? Marcus is fine.
I know Marcus is fine. But is he fine?
Quit, now stop it.
Okay.
You know you right.
See?
Now,
See?
now don't you start, Miss V. Come
Yeah,
on
please
now.
don't get Miss V started.
You know Marcus acts strange.
When does he act strange?
Every day, every night, every morning, every full moon, every blue moon. I thought it was a wolf. A werewolf. Oh,
I am not listening to this.
remember when he was asking about them brown shoes?
What's strange about that?
He had them on.
Miss V, you know my husband is colorblind.
And remember when he was asking where his glasses were?
Yeah.
And they was on his head?
Miss V, why you keep fronting on my husband like that?
Remember when he took his hat off and then he started looking for it?
Yeah. He got a concussion.
Yeah, that'd be from all them hits.
Okay. Look, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. I can't believe y'all are telling her all this right after this funeral.
You're right. We don't want to scare her.
I wish I knew what scared you.
Oh, I know, honey.
Tell me.
It's the I, the R, and the S.
I rebuke that. No.
Girl, don't cuss like that.
All right, so stop. Just stop it. Oh, y'all, stop.
I don't play with them. The RRS.
Okay, Miss V, why don't you just go and get on the phone and get the crap off my TV, please? Thank you.
I don't even know what to say. I can't even wrap my head around why he would do that.
I don't know. Yeah, babe. But I'm sure we'll find out.
Are you okay, babe? Come on, sit down.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
That was sad. I feel sorry for them.
Aren't you the chick that was talking crap about the poor guy?
Yeah. But it's still sad.
Like the devil feels sadness.
Yes, the devil is everywhere. Yes, the devil is everywhere. Get up, baby. Go right there. Yes. Because the devil be heavy. It be on your back. Yes.
You guys show some respect.
Please? Exactly. Show some respect.
He was talking to you.
He was talking to you. You the one to show up to a funeral with a lion's mane and a cheetah print skirt.
Well, Marcus got on a gray suit.
Hold on, I thought this was black.
No, babe, no.
Gray.
Wait. Don't you come in my house trying to talk about my husband. Both of y'all get your asses out of here. You know my husband is colorblind.
Gray ain't even a color. Yeah, he colorblind. He thought you was a white woman.
And you about to be dead, okay?
All right, fine. It was some ball players that repassed, so I'll just go over there.
And get repassed around.
Todd, I don't even know why you are still standing here. Get out. And Keisha, you get out.
I am, because I don't like you.
Up. And for some reason, you keep forgetting that.
And you don't?
Ever. Bye.
I was wondering when she was gonna run out of whole minutes.
You better watch your mouth, old lady.
Baby, as many miles as you got on you, you don't need to call nobody old.
Miles? There is no wrinkles on my face.
That's because they on your ass.
Okay, you know what?
Yes, the door is that way. Find it.
Damn it. Girl, just go. Ugh, it's just ridiculous.
You okay, baby?
I'm just sad for him.
Hey, Marcus.
Hey.
Sorry about William.
Oh, yeah. Hey, baby, you remember my teammate, Benny?
Yeah. Hey, Angela.
Hi, it's good to see you, Benny.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Yeah.
And you too. And you look great.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Sorry we're not here for better times.
Yeah.
Marcus, you okay, buddy?
Yeah. It's just crazy.
They say you tried to help him out.
Yeah, I tried, but I didn't get through to him. It was like he wasn't himself.
He wasn't.
What do you mean?
In his autopsy, they found out he has CTE.
CTE? CTE?
Yeah.
That's the thing I didn't know the name of.
Jennifer,
What?
let them talk.
Okay, CTE. Baby, what is that?
Well, baby, it's a brain disease.
So he was sick?
A lot of people think it comes from the game.
What? How?
From having too many concussions.
See, that's what I said earlier, but I don't think I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Many guys had a lot of concussions. You know, it causes the brain to slam against the skull. It causes this disease called CTE. At least that's what the researchers have found.
I knew like 8 guys that had it.
What do you mean new?
Oh, yeah, they died, babe.
Baby, you mean to tell me all the friends that you had it, they...
And this comes from concussions.
Yeah, from what we know.
All right, Marcus, you've had a lot of concussions.
Yeah, baby, but you gave me most of them.
I'm serious, baby. I'm not playing.
I know, baby. Look, I'm fine.
Yeah, boy, are you sure, baby?
Yeah.
We need to get you checked.
You can't.
What? Okay, wait a minute. Babe, are you trying to tell me that there is no way we can check?
Not yet.
Oh, baby, that is crazy.
Yeah. Baby, I'm fine.
I don't think you need to worry about Marcus.
Why not?
Look at him. He's normal.
Marcus ain't normal.
I don't think you have it, Marcus.
And I don't either.
Yeah, and I know I'm fine.
A lot of guys don't have it.
Right.
And I think we would have seen some signs by now.
Right.
Well, Marcus, you being little, you know.
Jennifer,
What?
hush.
Baby. Babe.
Stop.
No, but I'm worried. Come on, why aren't they making tests for this?
Well, that's a whole nother story.
Well, what is it?
The game is making a lot of money, but researchers aren't working on tests.
So they don't care nothing about the players, huh?
Well, I'm not saying that.
And they care about you when you're playing. But what happens when the lights go out and the crowds go home?
That's the question.
Yeah. Only we had known that.
Only he had known.
Yeah.
I just feel so bad for his family.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, no one knew.
Hey, baby, don't start getting these crazy thoughts in your head. I'm fine.
But baby, you... Come on, baby, but I don't know, you know. I just get really concerned.
Come on, baby, stop it.
No, but you know the colorblind thing, and, you know, when you can't
Baby.
find stuff and be confused. Ah,
Come on, baby, look.
baby,
Look at
you
me.
know
Look at
me.
me. It's me.
I know, yeah, I know.
It's me.
Yes, I know.
All right, then good.
But baby, you know me.
Yeah, I do. And stop. Okay? Look, I'm gonna get back to the repass, and I didn't get a chance to say hi to his wife. You wanna come?
No, baby, I already said hi to her. I saw her, and it's just enough sadness for me for the day, you know?
Okay.
All right, babe.
I'll be
Okay,
back.
okay, babe.
Hold on, Marcus. We'll go with you.
We will.
Yes, we're gonna go so we can support him.
Baby, these shoes ain't supporting my arch right now.
I will rub them when we get home.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, babe. Let's go.
All right, I'll see you later.
Bye, babe.
All right.
Thanks, Andy.
Okay, bye. You don't want to go?
No, I'm good.
I think you need to go.
Hey, Benny, you coming?
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming.
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
Okay. Be right out.
You better go.
It was good seeing you, Angela.
Hey, Benny, you coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Wait. Is how much to add that hip hop channel?
Miss V.
Never mind. Cancel everything, okay? Corella looking at me. Okay, hold on. They need your card number.
And why do they need my card number?
For the cancellation fee.
The card I use is upstairs on my desk.
Oh, yeah, I know that card. I used it before.
Yeah.
You know it's almost at its limit. I couldn't even charge my shoes.
Miss V, I tell you one thing, whatever's charged on that card is coming out of your check.
Damn. Then I better get that shopping spree at wigs out of my head.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. All right, shopping on my card.
Hey, I think I left my keys.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I think they were over here.
Okay. All right. Well, let me help you look for them.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Okay, yeah. You were right over here. I don't see him anywhere.
I would lose my my head, if it wasn't attached to my body.
Well, good thing.
Do you ever miss me?
Huh?
Do you miss me?
All right, Benny.
No. When I saw you today, I thought to myself, damn, how did I let her get away?
All right, Benny, listen, I am happily married to Marcus. And you're married, right, to...
Sylvie.
Oh, yeah, that's the tramp's name.
She's not a tramp. She's a good woman.
Well, good for you.
She's getting old.
You know, she and I are the same age.
Yeah, but you ain't hitting them donuts like she hitting them. Or them ham hocks. Or them turkey legs. Or them greens. Or them cinnamon rolls.
You got a point.
Ain't looking like you right about now.
Yeah, that's right. Benny, good black don't crack.
Unless you're doing crack.
So funny. It's so funny.
You don't ever think about me?
Huh?
Do you ever think about me?
Let me think. No.
It's too bad.
I think about my husband.
Well, good for him.
And him is good for me.
I hear you.
All right, listen. Benny, your keys aren't here.
That's because they're in my pocket.
Benny.
I lied. I wanted to come in here and see you.
Boy.
Alone.
Ben.
No, listen, really. You look great.
I know.
And that ass is sitting just where it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, you could pop a quarter off of it. Yeah, baby, it's information. Okay? Yeah, I worked at it.
And that skin. And those lips.
No. Yeah, they be all over Marcus. All over Marcus.
How about putting them on me?
Bye, boy. Bye.
Yeah, you remember.
Okay, you really need to leave.
Yeah. And call me if you want to remember all of it. I could still go like I used to.
And Marcus can too.
Yeah. But does he?
No. Okay, stop it. You really need to leave. Thing here. Hey, Miss Dinah, how you doing?
all right.
You get the mail? Oh, good stuff. All right, and the cable people are coming by today. They said they should be here by 2 o'clock. And then also, I may need you to stay a little late today because MJ, he gets out early and I have appointments until 9 o'clock. Can you give me some coffee?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Oh, and be sure that that boy does his homework. You know how he is.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get my dress out of the cleaners, Dinah?
Yes, but they wasn't able to get the lipstick out of Mr. Williams' shirt.
Lipstick? Can I see that shirt? What is this? I mean, he wore this shirt on Thursday last week. He came in at 6 o'clock and was in all night.
And how you remember that?
God's gift to women. Honey, I have created myself a Track Your Man app. Let me look at this. This looks like some of that cheap lipstick. That Mookie #3. This discontinued 3 years ago. You know this is from a groupie.
And you know all that.
When you want to keep your man in check, you need to keep a mental checklist of your man. Hey, guys. Good morning.
Morning, babe.
Morning, Angela.
Hello. Hello, Joseph. How's that workout coming?
He's trying to kill me.
You want to say that you can hang with me?
Yeah, but this waking up at 5 in the morning, running 5 miles, lifting 500 pounds, then working all day? Who do you think I am, Spawn? He's killing me.
Well, it's looking good on you, Joseph.
Then you must be a mortician.
Marcus, whose lipstick is this on your shirt?
Okay, Marcus. All right, I'm gonna hit the run. You catch up? Always good seeing you, Angela.
See you later, Joseph.
See you in a second.
Whose is this? Whose lipstick, Marcus?
Oh, this is that player's mom who hugged me when I was doing that interview on Thursday. When I was wearing this shirt.
I remember her. She had them big lips with all that lipstick on it.
Yeah, baby. I need to catch up to him.
All right, babe. Mwah.
Yeah, I know he ain't running. I'm sure he's just power walking.
I'm
with this,
sure he is.
You know, these
I'm
tennis
gonna-
players.
I know, right? I'm gonna donate this shirt, okay?
No problem.
All right. I love ya.
Love you back.
Okay, baby.
Oh,
I thought you was running.
I thought you were gonna get stabbed.
Why?
Angela?
What?
Is she okay?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
She just let the whole thing with the lipstick on the collar go, just like that.
Well, I finally got her to trust me.
Oh, okay. She been hitting the.
No, I tell her the truth, and she believes me. You really shouldn't do that. You look like something out of Star Trek.
Okay, man. Look, you have never told her the truth, and she has never believed you.
Look, we have grown up. We're in a better place in our relationship now.
Nah, I don't believe it.
Well, believe I'm about to run your butt into the ground. Let's go.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Marcus! Marcus! Oh, man. Is this girl crazy? More child support, huh? And I whooped her ass last week. This is ridiculous.
I'm so proud of you.
Hey, Chicas. You had to take Tommy to the doctor. Had another asthma attack in the middle of the night.
He had an asthma attack last week, Jen.
Yeah, and a week before that.
I know, and a week before that.
You know what? You need to see a specialist for him. I read that asthma is chronic in youth. Something's wrong if they can't treat him.
Oh, no, they can treat him. They just trying to collect more of her copay.
What copay? I got to pay. Well, I'm so tired.
You know, Jennifer, was Jeffrey at your house last night?
Yeah.
Don't you find it funny that every time you have a man over, your son gets sick?
No, he doesn't. You know something? Yes, he does. Girl, you think he faking?
I don't know.
You know what? He gonna wish he had asthma if I found out he faking after I beat that ass.
Calm down.
Girl, you gonna get that baby killed.
Wait, she beats him?
Hey, Tommy. Hey, baby, it's Mama. How you doing? How you feeling? Good, I'm glad. Well, you know, Mama's gonna take care of you when she gets home. Make sure you can breathe. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, you know, Jeffrey's coming over tonight. He is wheezing. Baby, I'm gonna beat your tail when I get home. Second got me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Emergency room. You better breathe right and breathe right now.
Jennifer, you should not talk to your child like that.
You know what? When you decide to ruin your cute little shape and have a baby, you can talk to me how I talk to my kids, okay? But until then, and until I get my tummy tuck, get out of my face!
Just scary. She's just a big old bully. You know, I hate when people act like they scared to tell you something face to face.
But he's just a kid.
No, I'm not talking about her. Do you know that Keisha had a nerve to send us a letter asking for more child support?
I thought Marcus pays her.
He does, and he pays her well.
What did you say to her?
I just went to her house. She wasn't home, so I left a note.
Angela! Oh, no. You just broke revenge murder rule number 1. You never, ever leave anything behind. And no blood, no note, nothing. That's how OJ got caught.
Oh, nobody's murdering anybody. I'm sure Keisha has a perfect explanation of why she needs the extra money.
You know what? All baby mamas need extra money. You know Tommy's daddy got the audacity to ask me for receipts. Pays me a lousy $400 a month, but he won't receipts.
What could you possibly do with $400? What did you say to him?
I went off. I mean, who can have the receipts for all the time you get vomit or blood or doo-doo on your brand new outfit? Who can get, you know, when you gotta kiss a boo-boo or when you gotta take your kid to school? Can't get no receipts when you try to teach your kid how to read and they dumb as hell at the daddy.
Snap out of it. You need to woosah. You know that blood pressure is gonna go up.
Girl, I am sorry, but I just feel like if you are being a good baby mama, you have the right to more money.
But do you know that we pay her $5,000 a month?
$5,000. Oh, you need to stop, huh?
Hey.
So tell us, how did we do in the ratings?
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. I can see it's bad. I saw the show.
Okay.
Come on, man.
All right. We did a 3.4 in the ratings last night.
I knew it. I got y'all.
What did I say? What did I say? I told you if we put our money together and bought this place, that we would have our own show and come out on top.
You were right. You were so right.
This is good.
And the advertisers, they've been all over it. They've been calling networks all day and night trying to get ads.
Oh, man, ads. Don't you love when somebody wants your ads? I love when people want my ads.
Hey, what do you say? Champagne?
Champagne. We bottle popping. Come on, let's go. What y'all waiting on, man? Come on.
We're the owners.
You're the intern.
And we drink the champagne.
And you're gonna clean up after us.
Because I'm black, huh?
Let's drink.
Let's go.
Man, 3.5, maybe 2.7, something like that. I would know.
No, I came up on the screen. Woo.
I just want to say something. I really look up to 3 old heads like you.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're a real inspiration. Y'all just really inspire a young brother like myself.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you put your money together, and you built this empire, and then here we are, it's just the 4 of us. We're titans of our industry.
We're the owners.
You're the intern.
And we drink the champagne.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
Todd, what do you want?
I should be the new, hip version of sports. See, we can make it all hip-hop. We can bring out cheerleaders and a stripper pole, and then we can have Woody coming out
That's
from...
not going to happen.
See, you young kids kill me. Wanting to go from the mail room to the presidency without putting in the work.
That's right. We put in the work.
Yeah, I know y'all put in the work. Y'all was on the Underground Railroad with Toby, and y'all picked cotton in the field until your fingers bled so you can put young Cleophas in grammar school. I know, damn.
Todd.
I know.
Get out of here.
Wait. What'd you come in here for?
Celebrate. Just...
Todd, what is your job?
I started as an intern, but I'm...
What is your job?
I get the mail and clean up.
Now, did you get the mail? See, that's what I'm talking about. Have excellence in one job, then you get promoted to the other.
Just kidding. Joseph, one in there from your doctor. You might want to get that checked out.
Man, you could have. Hey, Marcus. Hey, this one's for you, man.
Hey, if that's a bill, let's give that to our accountant and CFO.
Oh, man, this one's already open. Why is this one open?
Todd! Yo, why is this letter open?
Oh!
That's for you.
Me?
Yes.
So, Marcus, you might want to read this one.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, congratulations on your show. I tried to be cool about this.
Baby. Baby, she said baby. You missed the word. Try to be cool, baby.
I try to be cool, but this is really hard. Watching you live in $1 million house and invest in your own show while your child and I are struggling? Sabrina?
Sabrina Murphy. You probably need another drink.
Baby mama alert! Baby mama alert!
Hey, Angie. I got your note, so, what's going on?
Keisha, I really thought we were working on trying to be cool with each other.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah, well, I have to tell you, I don't like this at all.
Like what? What are you talking about, Angela?
Keisha, don't try to sit here and act like you don't know what I'm talking about. Marcus is a good father. I don't appreciate you bleeding him for his money.
Marcus and I have a child together. He needs to take care of his daughter.
Yeah, and he does. He pays for her regularly. And on top of that, who put Dominique in camp last summer?
Marcus.
Exactly. And who paid for her braces, Keisha?
Marcus.
And really, I mean, honey, please, I know fashion. Those shoes cost you $650. You cannot afford those shoes. Child support, Keisha, is supposed to pay for the child.
Okay, Angela, this is exactly what happened last time. You're always jumping to conclusions and you don't know how to communicate.
I thought this was a communication.
Are you really insinuating that I don't take care of my child? Come on, do you really think I'm gonna take money that's meant for Dominique and spend it on myself, Angela?
I know how much money you make, Keisha. I was at court. Who bought the shoes?
Beat her ass and give me the shoes.
You know what, Angela, I cannot believe that you are sitting up here humiliating me in front of all these people. You know, I am trying so hard to be cool with you. I really am. But you continue to insult me. And for your information, and everybody else up in here who I know is listening, I have 2 jobs, okay? 2. And I have a man who likes to buy me nice things, okay? So please, Angela, stop insulting me.
No, you didn't just make a scene in my shop.
Me?
Yeah, you. You don't come in my shop making a scene. And since you want everybody's attention, let me just tell everybody that my husband already pays you $5,000 a month.
Tell it.
And she had a nerve to send a letter asking for more child support.
Well.
Angela, stop this. I did not ask Marcus for any more money.
Oh, you really didn't?
No.
Okay, well then explain this, Keisha. Explain that.
Ridiculous. Angela, come on, let's go talk in private.
Absolutely not.
Angela, come.
What do you have to say?
You owe me an apology.
For what?
Because I did not send you this letter, Angela. It's from some woman named Sabrina Murphy.
Why would he?
Forget about the why. I don't know how he did it. I check his bank account, I check his voicemail, I check his heart rate. And on top of that, the man comes home every night.
So the question is, when did he have the opportunity to do this?
Well, it says here that the child is 3 months, so...
Well, that would put the date of the crime about a year ago. It's a shame you don't know where he was a year ago.
Yes, I do. He was in Vegas, bachelor party. He went to bed at 2 a.m. He was a little drunk. He woke up at 8 a.m. and had a flight to catch at 10.
Damn, I gotta get me one of those. That man
India, see that look in your eyes? Okay, don't do that. You need to handle this with class.
You so bougie. Cut him, Angie. Cut him deep.
Now, come on, you guys. 2 wrongs don't make a right. You know that.
That child about to be fatherless.
I was just starting to trust him again.
You don't know the repercussions of your actions, Angela. I'm telling you, go home. Wait till he gets off work. And then just talk it over.
Yeah. And if you don't like what he says, then you show him repercussions and give him a concussion.
That's not the answer. Look, you don't even know if he did it.
Okay, I found this in the envelope, too.
There you are, babe. Looking all over for you. Look at this. Candles and wine. Somebody must have had a hard day. So, how's your day, babe?
Why haven't you been answering your phone all day?
Well, I was on set most of the day. To be honest, I wanted to talk to you face to face.
Same here.
Now, babe, I don't know how to even tell you this, but it's really nothing. But at work today, I got this letter from some woman named Sabrina Murphy claiming that we have a child together.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not true. I mean, I don't even know who this woman is.
So you've never seen this woman before?
No, I promise you.
You've never been in her presence? You've never talked to her? You've never met her before?
Not at all, babe.
You know, Marcus, after all that we've been through, I've really been trying to trust you. I really have. And you know, Marcus, it's hard getting that trust back. Do you know that I stayed with you because I loved you? I loved you when you were right. And I loved you when you were wrong. I stood by you when you were broke and broken. And you do this to me. A baby, Marcus.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Here you go jumping to conclusions now. Now, baby, I know I messed up in the past, but I am not lying to you. I don't know who this is, and I have not cheated on you since
But what, since what, the last time, Marcus?
I was gonna say since we renewed our vows.
You are a liar.
You see, that I'm not taking from you, Angela. You cheated too, Angela, 3 years ago. But I've never thrown it back up in your face again. Once I forgave you, that was it. Now, why can't you let the past be the past and trust me?
No, Marcus, I cannot let the past be the past! Because you keep bringing the past into our right now! You don't get it, do you? You don't get that it is you! It is you doing this to us, Marcus! God, you are a liar, and I am sick of it! God, look at you. You've gotten better at your lying. You used to say, you know what I'm saying, but now you can just stand here and look me in my face. You make me sick.
Where you going? Angie! Angie, wait! See, now you're pissing me off. Now, I told you I'm telling you the truth. Now, what do you want?
Marcus, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Have you ever seen this lady before? I'm just asking you one more time. Have you ever been in her presence? Have you ever talked to her?
No, I haven't!
Then Marcus, tell me, who is this man in this picture with this woman in bed? Marcus, do not come upstairs. Do not come near me. And as a matter of fact, go to hell.
Yeah, babe, in a minute.
I think you should come to bed now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get this interview. You look so sexy.
You think so?
Me think so.
Maybe we should just come on in here.
I should probably just come on in there.
I think you should. Do you love me?
More than you know.
Then show me how much you love me.
No, I'm gonna show you. Baby, I love you.
Oh, I love you so much. Joseph?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What?
What's going on?
Oh. I don't know. It's just kind of like
Babe. Look, it's fine, okay? I mean, I'll just go to bed.
What?
What?
You're just gonna go to bed in the middle of the Cuban Missile Crisis?
Babe, don't overreact.
I'm not reacting at all.
I know. And look, babe, maybe it's just all the stress that you have from work or something.
No, I'm not stressed.
You're not? Okay. Well, maybe you're just tired. Look,
No, I am not tired.
you're not tired? Well, then maybe you're just not into it tonight.
No, I'm into it, babe. I keep telling you I'm into it. I mean, I'm into it.
Okay, well, then maybe you're just not into me.
Oh, wash your mouth out. That's not it.
Well,
Oh, what's going on?
look, I'm sure we'll figure it out, okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
You're fine with this?
I'm fine. Do you... Is this helping at all? It's okay, babe, okay? It's fine, all right? I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah.
You know, this has never happened to me before.
I know. Is this helping? Okay. Well, look, I'm just gonna go to bed, okay? I love you very much. And why don't you just come to bed with me, huh?
I think I'm just gonna maybe try to finish up out here.
Oh, you're gonna try to finish something. Just kidding. I'm sorry, baby. I love you so much, okay? Look, I'm just gonna go to bed. You finish up your work, and it'll be okay, all right? I love you. Everything's fine.
I love you. Hey. Thanks for understanding.
Oh. Okay. Love you. Understand. Yes, I do.
You okay?
I'm okay, but part of me isn't okay.
What are you talking about?
Marcus, I need to talk to you about something, and I need it to stay between you and me.
Okay.
I need you to promise.
Okay, I promise.
I've got a problem.
Okay, what is it?
Last night, I couldn't get aroused.
What?
Nothing. Absolutely zero.
With Leslie?
Of course with Leslie. Who else?
I gotta ask.
Has this anything like this ever happened to you?
No. No.
I don't know. What's going on?
Man, that's a hard... I mean... That's a tough one to deal with, but... Look, maybe you're stressed.
No, I'm not stressed.
Did you try to jump over a tennis net and miss?
Clear it every time.
Do you wear boxers or dun-dun-duns?
What are dun-dun-duns?
Little briefs. Dun-dun-dun.
Boxers.
I don't know. Sleeping late, overworked.
No, look.
Here. Go see my doctor.
Dr. Lalo?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. You know, give him a call. You know, there are a lot of things that can cause erectile dysfunction. High blood pressure, diabetes, prostate issues. Ask your doctor if Bonquilla is right for you. Side effects are forehead cancer, uncontrollable bowel movements, screaming, webbed feet, webbed nostrils.
You weren't even all that cute. I'm like really about to lose your job over something. Really? Hey.
Hey.
What you doing here?
Well, I just have a house showing a few miles from here in a few hours.
Okay, where?
Across town.
Okay, that's good. But tell
Yeah,
me,
anyway, what I was saying, right? She gonna come out here like, I didn't know nobody was here. You got the permit here. She gonna come out about, I didn't know I was on the clock. What you mean you don't know you on the clock? She knew she was calling in your hand. You calling her? You doing that? You got the woman out here with the permit here. Wait a minute, hold up. Why she walking like somebody stole her bike?
are you gonna say something? Or do we have to drag it out of you?
Do you promise not to say anything?
Girl, you know me. Zip.
I was talking about Jennifer.
Oh, excuse me, Missy. I hold down secrets like Lil' Kim, all right? What you looking at? Get out of grown folk business here.
Okay, fine. Joseph couldn't get aroused last night.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, it doesn't happen all the time. I mean, it was just last night.
Oh, he cheating, boo-boo.
No, he's not.
Jennifer, don't put bad stuff like that in her head.
Well, maybe he's not attracted to me.
Leslie, no. Listen, a lot of couples have these kind of problems.
Well, do you guys have this problem?
Oh, hell no.
Angela?
Nope. I'm sorry, but I mean, listen, I haven't had this kind of problem with Marcus. I'm telling you, girlfriend, it's like I gotta beat him off with a stick.
Stop it, Dave. Stop it.
Back him off me. I'm telling you guys, I keep waiting for him to slow down, but it's like he gets worse with age.
That sounds like that blue pill.
Oh, honey, he's not taking the blue pill. I am the blue pill.
Look, guys, just stop, all right? This is about me.
The few times this has ever, and I do mean few, this ever happened to me, the guy just wasn't attracted to me anymore.
Or maybe Joseph isn't attracted to me.
Leslie, I don't think that's it. No, Joseph is very much attracted to you, but sometimes, honey, you just have to spice up your love life a little bit. I'm telling you, you have to go home. You got to try something different, honey. New move, you know, do something different. Be somebody different.
Ew.
Move on.
Maybe it is time for me to move on.
Hey,
Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, good. Did you miss me?
Yeah.
What do you want for dinner?
I was thinking maybe Chinese.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'll order it.
No. I got it.
We're not gonna talk about this?
Yeah, we can talk about it. What do you want? Wushu, egg rolls?
No, I'm talking about this problem that we're having.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then maybe we should go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, no.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Should probably get the energy.
Joseph, what's wrong?
I don't know.
Look, are you not attracted to me?
Of course I'm attracted to you. Who gave you that idea?
Well, I was talking to Jennifer.
You talked to Jennifer?
Babe, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yes, there is something to be ashamed of. And you told the human Twitter?
Look, I mean, she promised that she wouldn't say anything, okay? And Angela surely...
You told Angela?
Babe, they're my girlfriends. Come on, I'm sure you tell your guy friends everything.
No, I don't tell my guy friends everything because that would be a violation.
A violation of what?
Everything. I don't want my guy friends walking around thinking about my girl. That's just weird.
Look, babe, That's just men. Women are different.
No. I hate that you told them.
Babe,
I'm going to bed.
look, I'm sorry.
Who else did you tell?
Babe, those were the only 2 people that I told.
Great.
And my mom. Babe, my dad just turned 75 and he's going through the same thing. Not alone.
75. That's great. That's great.
Joseph.
Good night.
All right, I'll see you next week. All right, it was a good quickie. Hey.
Hi.
So what happened last night?
Nothing.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, I wouldn't know if he could or not. He was mad at me for telling you.
You didn't even try to take him on a test drive?
I wasn't interested and he wasn't either.
Oh, Leslie, I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. That is a waste of a big old man.
Will you stop it?
Well, I did ask him if he was attracted to me.
And I'm sure that he told you.
No.
Yeah.
He said yes, but I don't know, guys. I think this is just adding to a long list of things that are wrong with our relationship. I mean, he doesn't want to marry me. He acted horrible with the pregnancy scare. I mean, I don't know, Angela.
Leslie, listen, honey, you're gonna be fine. A lot of couples go through things like this when they're dating.
They do?
Yes, they do.
I never had it happen to me.
You can't go through that kind of stuff when you're dating somebody on death row.
Don't judge me. I loved him, okay?
Have you talked to him about how you're feeling?
Yeah, I've tried to.
Have you?
Okay, maybe not fully committed.
Come on, girl, you gotta fully commit. When you get off of work today, you need to go home, you need to sit him down, and you need to have a heart-to-heart. Tell him exactly what you've been telling us.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, I will.
Hey, man.
Hey,
What did the doctor say?
he said I'm okay. He gave me some pills.
Okay, good.
No, not good. I'm not taking pills.
Come on, Joseph. It'll help.
No, Marcus, they won't help. Because I'm not taking them. I don't need a pill to help me loop-de-loop-de-loop-de.
What the hell is loop-de-loop-de-loop?
Look, man, I don't want to have to take a pill to do what a regular guy does.
Taking a pill doesn't threaten your manhood just because women take pills every month.
And you know what? Last night, Leslie tells me that she doesn't think I'm attracted to her anymore.
Where would she get that idea?
Jennifer.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. She told Jennifer?
Hello.
She's the human Twitter.
Who are you telling?
Man, you know what? She might have a point.
What are you talking about? I love Leslie.
Well, being in love with her and being attracted to her is a different thing. You know, sometimes I'm not attracted to Angela.
Yeah, well, that anyone can understand.
Watch it, sucker.
I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is, sometimes Angela comes to bed wearing a muumuu and hair's in curlers and lips all dry.
No, Marcus. Leslie comes to bed every night looking like a model.
Well, maybe she should try a moo-moo.
A moo-moo?
No, try this. No. Try this. Go to the store and buy her a moo-moo and some curlers and see what happens.
No, man, I'm not gonna get her a moo-moo. The only thing that's gonna do is hide her shape and like create all kinds of weird mystery and ooh. Ooh. My man. No, I think she's just gonna look like she's pregnant, man. Wait a minute. That's it? Marcus, that's it?
Did something happen?
The pregnancy scare. That's it. That's it. That's what it's been all along. The pregnancy scare has made me not be able to loop-de-loop-de-loop-de. That's what, it's like the pregnancy scare. Marcus, thank you. You're the man. Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know what I did, but that man is nutty as a fruitcake.
Hi.
Hey, late night?
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Well, good. Come to bed.
Babe, is your mom here?
No, I got that for you to try on.
Babe, this is just a little too kinky for me. Do you want me to put this on?
Yeah, it's just a little fun idea, you know? I thought maybe we could...
No, babe, look, we need to talk.
No. No talking tonight, baby. I think now's the time.
Babe, look, are you attracted to me?
What? Yes.
Okay, then what is it?
It was the pregnancy scare. You know, I just didn't want to make that kind of mistake.
Fine. I mean, obviously it would be the most horrible thing that would happen to you if I were to get pregnant.
No,
My
Leslie, that
gosh.
is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that for me, it was scary. I'm not ready.
All right, fine, I understand. Whatever.
Look, I'm not ready to be a father. And you are in charge of taking the pills.
So you don't trust me?
Of course I trust you. I'm just saying that for me, it was scary.
Here are my pills. It'll show you the ones that are taken, that are not taken. I'm up to date.
I do not need to see these. It's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Let me see those.
Previously on For Better or Worse. So baby, it's just you and me all weekend.
We've been married for almost 14 years. I know you.
If you could tell me the last time that you and I spent the entire weekend together alone, I might let you out of this.
Remember that time we went to that little hotel on the lake and we stayed inside all weekend and didn't even leave the room?
That wasn't me.
See, that's why we shouldn't spend time together.
Okay, Marcus, just for that, you spending the whole weekend with me by yourself, just the two of us in the house, and we gonna have some fun. Bam!
Oh, no, not the baby book.
Oh, baby, because I want to have a baby.
Huh? say that again?
Yeah. I want to have another baby.
I mean, can you not say that again?
Why? Marcus, I want to have another baby.
I can't even hear you right now.
Marcus.
See, no, this is why married couples shouldn't talk. We should never talk because things like this come up.
But I think that we should talk. This is good. We need to talk about this.
Angela, we can't even agree on the temperature in the bedroom. How are we gonna agree on something like this?
Marcus.
You set this whole thing up, didn't you?
No, I didn't. No, I did not start thinking about a baby until I started looking at that photo album.
Well, stop looking at that photo album.
Will you stop it? Just stop it, stop it, stop it, Marcus. We're just talking.
Can you tell me why we're doing this thing again?
What do you mean?
This talking thing. I mean, what do you have up your sleeve? Why are we doing this?
So that we can get our communication back together.
We communicate just fine.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Oh, no, we don't.
Yes, we do.
How?
You tell me what to do and I do it.
Okay. All right, fine. Then I want to have another baby. Come on, hop to it. Come on.
Angela, get down.
Come on, baby time, baby time, baby time. Come on. No, you said I do. You can't make a baby that way. You cannot make a baby that way. You want to do it.
Angela, we communicate just fine without this.
Our life is the same old thing every day. Every day it's the same old thing. Every day. Sit down. This is our life. Okay? Sit there. I go off to work, right? Okay. Going to work. All right, bye. See ya. I come back in from work looking fabulous. Fabulous, right? Fabulous. Huh? And what do you say? Hey, Angela, how was your day? I say, Marcus, my day was fabulous. And I say, Marcus, how was your day? And then you say,
fabulous.
And then what we do? We get MJ, right? Yeah, MJ. We talk to MJ. We say, hey, MJ, how was your day in school? My day was fine. And then me, you, and MJ, come on. Me, you, and MJ, and MJ. We sit down and we look at TV, and then we have a snack.
Baby, you about to eat MJ.
And then we go to bed.
And you know what's so great about that?
What?
Not one mention of a baby. Not one.
Marcus. I'm not getting any younger.
Right about that.
Marcus, you know that sooner or later, I won't be able to have any more children.
Yeah, that's right.
And why are you smiling at that?
Sorry,
Marcus, I feel like this is the best time of our life. These are the best days of our life. And I mean, they just passing us by. Look at it. Look at it. It's just leaving, passing us by.
That's not true. That's not true. And another baby would not make that better.
You're not even listening to me.
Finally got it.
Marcus.
Look, Angela, do you remember all those nights having to feed little MJ in the middle of the night?
No.
Right, because I did it.
Thanks.
And do you remember taking him to the emergency room almost every week for a month because he had asthma?
No.
Right, because I did it. Do you remember changing all those diapers?
No.
Right, me. I did it.
Really?
Really.
Good for you. See there, baby, you're a great father. So what do you think, Marcus, about us having another baby?
I don't think anything about us having any more kids. I already have kids. We have kids.
You see that? You selfish, Marcus. I already have kids. Yeah, you have a boy and a girl. I want a daughter.
Angela, please.
Please what?
You can't just say, I want to have a daughter and then have a daughter. What if you have a boy?
Well, then I have a boy then.
See, you're not listening to me. Angela, just please.
Please what, Marcus? Please what?
Angela, I finally got these kids to an age where we're not picking up after them all day. And they're finally turning into young adults. So let's just keep molding these kids and not start some new ones.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Really.
Well, Marcus, come on. You don't want to just at least think about it?
Okay. I'll think about it.
Oh. Whew. Thank you. Oh, appreciate it, honey. All right, I'm going upstairs.
Thought about it. The answer is no.
Marcus! These are cards that I ordered from Dr. Patricia.
Dr. Patricia cards?
Yes.
How to ignite the decade-long marriage. Cards that are designed to make you laugh and cry. Well, see how they can make you cry.
Now, come on, Marcus, be a good sport now, okay? Get a better attitude, being funky. This is how it works. I pick a card. You tell me how you feel after I read what's on the card, or you pick a card, and then I tell you how I feel after you read what's on the card. Okay? It gets our little communication juices flowing.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, Marcus. All right, you know what? I'll go first since you got such a funky attitude.
This is ridiculous, Angela.
Come on, baby. A poem that describes our love. Come on, let me hear it.
I gotta say it. Roses are red and violets are blue. I can't get away because you're stuck to me like glue.
Wow, that's kind of romantic.
It is?
That means I'm the glue that keeps you together. That's what you meant, right?
Yeah, you're so analytical, babe.
Baby, sometimes you can say the sweetest things, the sweetest. Give me a kiss. Go. Okay, come on. Your turn.
Okay.
Come on.
Slow dance.
Baby, you want to know what I think about when I hear that?
No, but I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
I wanna dance. I wanna slow dance. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, baby, let's dance. Come on.
There's no music.
Honey, it's okay. I can sing. Don't you dare look like that. I love you.
God, what did I do in my life to deserve this kind of torture? A whole weekend in my house with my wife?
Marcus! Look at you over there. Baby, if I didn't know any better, I would think you were trying to hide from me.
What would give you that idea?
Marcus, looking at those watches. Oh, remember that watch I got you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that night. That night, time stood still.
Time's still standing still.
Marcus, come on, baby. Aren't you having fun at home with your wife? Huh? Come on, baby. So, honey, what do you want to talk about?
I'm good.
Oh, come on, Marcus. Come on, sit down. There has to be something that you want to talk about.
How about those Braves?
We are not about to talk about football.
Okay.
All right, babe, so really, what do you want to talk about? You don't want to talk about your emotions, your feelings, when you were a child?
Baby, I'm good.
Nothing?
No. Nothing.
So everything is fine with me? You don't have nothing to say? Okay. So then I guess that I am doing everything good as a wife. I'm super wife.
Well, no, I didn't say all that.
Well, that must be what you mean, if you don't have nothing to say.
What it means is I'm smart.
Holding things in is not smart, Marcus.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. That is not communication, Marcus.
Yes, it is.
How?
It's the kind of communication that causes no wars or friction.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing.
Great.
Sleeping in 85 degrees.
Angela, come on. Stop it with the 85. Leave that. You know what? Angela, it just came over me. I was just thinking about what you said, and you know what? It's making more sense. We are in a much better place than we were when MJ was a baby. Yeah, I mean, we're in a better place in our relationship. We're in a better place financially. And we could hire help if we want to have another baby.
Really?
Yeah. You know, it'd be nice to have some little feet running around here again.
Oh. And MJ, he still got little feet running around.
Right?
Oh, babe. I just think that we have a whole lot of love to offer a child.
Yeah. We do.
Yeah. A lot of love. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, babe.
Yeah.
You know what I was just thinking about? Remember all the morning sickness that you had?
Yeah.
And how big you got? And how your nose spread so wide, looked like a 2-car garage.
Yeah, I remember that.
And how miserable you were.
Yeah.
All the crying, the gas, your legs swell up.
4 months of bed rest.
Yeah, baby. You were about to go crazy.
I remember that too.
All you could do was just lay there in that bed.
That's all I could do.
Nothing fit you anymore.
Yeah, right.
Stretch marks. My goodness. Whew. Took you a long time to get rid of them. And then the labor. 37 hours straight.
That was painful.
But you know, I remember you almost broke my fingers. You was in so much pain. You was squeezing my hand so hard.
Whew.
But you know, baby, for you, I'll go through all of that again.
You know what, Marcus, on second thought, I think that maybe I should just think about this baby thing a little longer. Like 3 years. Or hey, even until I get to menopause.
You sure, baby? Come on now.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean,
sure.
come on. We gotta work on this baby. Come on.
No.
Let's work on it now.
No.
Come on. It's baby time.
No.
Baby time.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
That's what I'm trying to do, baby.
Marcus, stop it. Okay, Marcus, stop. I'll sleep in 65 degrees. Okay?
You know, we can warm each other up.
Marcus, no. I don't want my body to
Come on
stretch.
downstairs with me.
No, Marcus, I want to fit in my clothes.
I want to fit in your clothes, baby. Come on. Angela. 90?
Touch it and die.
Well, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do.
It's just a little shock therapy. You'll be fine.
Yo, I need to talk to you about something that does not get discussed enough in the for better or worse conversation. And that is the absolute transformation that happened in Season 2. Because if you watched Season 1, and you thought you knew what this show was, if you had already made up your mind about what for better or worse was going to be, Season 2 came along and said, "Hold my drink, because we are about to change everything." Season 2 is when this show stopped being a decent Tyler Perry sitcom and started being something genuinely special. Season 2 is when the characters stopped feeling like sketches and started feeling like people. Season 2 is when the comedy got sharper, the drama got deeper, the relationships got more complex, and the whole production clicked into a gear that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. Season 2 is when For Better or Worse found its true voice and its true identity. And today, we are going to review every single inch of it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, you just walked into what I believe is going to be the most comprehensive Season 2 review of For Better or Worse that has ever been put on this platform. We are not doing a quick recap. We are not skimming the surface. We are going deep, episode by episode, storyline by storyline, performance by performance. We are going to talk about what worked, what did not work, what surprised us, what frustrated us, and why Season 2 represents the moment this show became what it was always meant to be. Now, before I get into the specifics, let me explain why I chose to focus an entire deep dive on Season 2 specifically. Because some of you might be thinking, why not Season 1? That is where it all began, or why not the later seasons when the drama really cranked up? And those are valid questions, but here is my answer. Season 1 was the introduction. Season 1 was Tyler Perry and the cast and the writers figuring things out, finding the rhythms, establishing the characters, laying the groundwork, and the later seasons built on what had already been established. But Season 2 was the turning point. It was the pivot. It was the moment the show went from good to genuinely compelling. It was the season where you could actually feel the show evolving in real time, getting better episode by episode, finding confidence in its own voice, trusting its audience with more complex material, and delivering moments that made you realize this was not just another sitcom. This was something with real depth and real ambition. I have watched Season 2 multiple times, and every time I watch it, I notice something new. A line reading I missed. A subtle character moment that gains new meaning in the context of what comes later. A production choice that seems small but actually signals a major shift in the show's approach. Season 2 is dense with significance, and it rewards close viewing in a way that casual watching simply cannot capture. That is why we are here today. To give this season the close, detailed, loving analysis it deserves. Let me give you a roadmap of what we are going to cover. We are going to start by talking about where the show was at the end of Season 1 and what needed to change going into Season 2. Then we are going to go through the major storylines of the season, examining how they developed and what they revealed about the characters. We are going to spend serious time on the performances because Season 2 is where every member of this cast stepped up in ways that were noticeable and significant. We are going to talk about the comedy, which got funnier, the drama, which got heavier, the writing, which got sharper, the packing, which got more confident. We are going to address the controversies and the divisive moments. We are going to look at the behind-the-scenes factors that contributed to the season's improvement. And we are going to make the case that Season 2 is the most important season in the show's entire run, because it is the season that defined what For Better or Worse would become. I personally believe that if you only watch one season of For Better or Worse, it should be Season 2. And I know that is a bold claim because there are great moments in every season. But season 2 is where the magic happened. It is where the show found its soul. And by the end of this video, I think you are going to agree with me. Or at the very least, you are going to want to go back and rewatch season 2 with fresh eyes, and that alone would make this video worth making. Drop a comment right now telling me your favorite season 2 moment. I want to know what hit you hardest. What made you laugh the most? What scene you could not stop thinking about? Let me hear from you throughout this video because your perspective matters and your memories of this season are part of the story we are telling today. All right, enough preamble. Let us get into it for real. Part 2. To understand why Season 2 was such a leap forward, you have to understand where Season 1 left things. Because Season 1 did a lot of things right, but it also had limitations that needed to be addressed for the show to reach its full potential. And understanding those limitations is essential context for appreciating the improvements that Season 2 brought. Season 1 of For Better or Worse premiered on TBS in November 2011 as part of Tyler Perry's expanding television empire on the network. By that point, Tyler Perry already had House of and Meet the Browns on TBS, so the infrastructure for his brand of television was well established. The audience knew what to expect from a Tyler Perry TBS show, or at least they thought they did. And For Better or Worse in its first season largely delivered on those expectations. It was a multi-camera sitcom with a predominantly black cast dealing with relationships and family dynamics. The comedy was solid. The characters were likable. The production was standard Tyler Perry quality, and the ratings were good enough to earn a renewal. But Season 1 also had some clear growing pains. The characters, while well cast, had not fully differentiated themselves from Tyler Perry character archetypes. Was funny and fiery, but her depth had not been fully explored yet. Was charming and steady, but his inner life was barely sketched. Jennifer and Joseph were pleasant but underutilized. Todd and existed more as plot devices than as fully realized characters. The show was working, but it was working at a level that was below what the talent involved was capable of. The comedy in Season 1 was reliable but not revelatory. The jokes were funny. Campbell Martin made sure of that, but they were often of the surface-level variety. Relationship jokes that worked because of good timing rather than because of deep character knowledge. The kind of comedy that makes you chuckle but does not make you lose your mind. It was sitcom comedy. Good sitcom comedy. But not the transcendent comedy that comes when performers and writers are operating at the peak of their understanding of the characters. The drama in Season 1 was even more limited. There were emotional moments, hints of depth, seeds of conflict that would later bloom into major storylines. But the show seemed hesitant to fully commit to dramatic territory. It would approach something heavy, get close to the edge, and then pull back with a joke or a resolution that came too quickly. It was as if the show did not yet trust itself to go to dark places, or did not yet trust its audience to follow it there. Now I want to be fair to Season 1 because it accomplished what it needed to accomplish. It introduced the characters. It established the world. It built an audience. It earned a second season. Those are not small achievements. A show that does not get a second season does not get the chance to find its voice. Season 1 bought For Better or Worse that chance. and the show made the most of it. So what changed going into season 2? What was different? What shifted? I think several things converged to create the conditions for the season 2 transformation. First, the actors had lived with their characters for an entire season. They had spent months inhabiting these people, learning their rhythms, discovering their quirks, understanding their motivations at a level that goes beyond what is on the page. And that deeper understanding showed in season 2 from the very first episode. The performances were more lived in, more specific, more confident. The actors were not playing characters anymore. They were being characters. And that distinction, subtle as it might sound, makes an enormous difference in how a show feels. Second, the writers had an entire season's worth of audience feedback and performance data to work with. They knew what worked and what did not. They knew which dynamics generated the strongest audience responses. They knew which characters the audience was most invested in. And they could use that knowledge to make smarter, creative decisions in season 2. This is one of the underappreciated advantages of the multi-season television format. You get to learn from your first season and apply those lessons to your second, and for better or worse, clearly learned from season 1. Third, and this is speculation on my part, but I believe it strongly, I think Tyler Perry himself was more invested in For Better or Worse by the time season 2 came around. The show had proven it could work. It had found an audience. And with that proof of concept established, Tyler Perry could afford to take more creative risks, to push the characters further, to let the drama go deeper, to trust the comedy to be sharper. Season 1 was about survival, about proving the show deserved to exist. Season 2 was about ambition, about showing what the show could be when it was not just surviving but thriving. The TBS network context also matters. By the time season 2 was in production, For Better or Worse had established itself as a valuable part of TBS's lineup. That established value gave the show more security and potentially more creative latitude. A show that has proven its audience is in a stronger negotiating position than a show that is still unproven. And that stronger position may have allowed the creative team to push boundaries that they could not have pushed in season 1. All of these factors, the actors' deeper understanding of their characters, the writers' knowledge of what worked, Tyler Perry's increased creative ambition, and the network's increased confidence in the show converged to create the conditions for what happened in season 2. A season that was better in every measurable way than season 1. Better written, better acted, better paced, more emotionally ambitious, more comedically sharp, more willing to take risks, more confident in its own identity. Season 2 was the result of everything coming together at the right time, and the result was a season of television that I think deserves to be remembered as one of the best things Tyler Perry has ever produced. Part 3. All right, let us start digging into the actual content of Season 2, because the specifics are where the magic lives. And I want to begin with how the season opened, because the premiere episode set the tone for everything that followed. And it set that tone with a confidence and a clarity that immediately signaled this was going to be a different kind of season. The Season 2 premiere picked up the threads that Season 1 had left dangling and immediately began weaving them into something more complex and more compelling. Rather than doing a soft reset, which some sitcoms do between seasons, starting fresh and ignoring unresolved tensions, for better or worse leaned into the continuity. The issues that had been building in season 1 were still there. The cracks in the Williams marriage were still visible. The subtle tensions in the Jones partnership were still present. The complications in Todd and S's dynamic were still unresolved. And the premiere episode made it clear that season 2 was going to deal with these issues head-on rather than sweeping them under the rug. This commitment to continuity was one of the first signs of season 2's maturity, because continuity in a sitcom is a choice. A lot of sitcoms treat each episode as essentially a unit, with conflicts introduced and resolved within the same half hour. And season 1 of For Better or Worse had largely operated in that mode. But season 2 began to build longer arcs, storylines that played out over multiple episodes, consequences that carried forward from one week to the next. And that shift from episodic to serialized storytelling, even if it was only a partial shift, changed the texture of the show dramatically. It gave the storylines weight. It gave the characters' choices consequences. It made the audience pay closer attention because what happened this week would matter next week. The end storyline in the early episodes of season 2 immediately established a new level of complexity for the Williams marriage. Season 1 had shown us that and had issues. Season 2 started to explore those issues with a specificity and a fearlessness that was qualitatively different from anything the first season had attempted. The trust dynamics between them were no longer just general anxiety. They became specific, rooted in specific incidents, connected to specific fears. Driven by specific character, traits that the writers had spent season 1 establishing. Campbell Martin came into season 2 with an energy that told you she had spent the break really thinking about her. Because the of season 2 was recognizably the same character, but she was deeper, more layered, more surprising, was making choices in her performance that were bolder and more nuanced than anything she had done in season 1. Her comedic timing was even sharper, if that is possible, because she was now playing comedy that was rooted in deep character knowledge. She knew so well by this point that she could find humor in places that were invisible to a less intimate performer. A reaction that was funny not because of what was reacting to, but because of what that reaction revealed about who was underneath. That is advanced comedic acting, and was doing it with effortless precision. Michael White similarly elevated his game in the early episodes of season 2. In season 1 had been somewhat one note, the calm husband, the steady presence. But season 2 started to show cracks in that calm from the very beginning. Not big dramatic cracks, small ones. Moments of irritation that flickered across his face before being replaced by the usual composure. Moments of weariness that showed in his posture before he straightened up and returned to mode. Michael White was layering his performance with subtle indications that calm was a choice, not a personality trait, and that the choice was becoming harder to maintain. These were tiny performance details that you might not consciously notice, but that you would subconsciously feel. And they changed the entire energy of as a character. The early season 2 episodes also gave Jennifer and Joseph more substantial material than they had received in season 1. And this was a significant shift, because it signaled that the show was going to treat the Jones marriage as a genuine narrative priority rather than just a sounding board for the Williams drama. Haynes, who had been somewhat by season 1's writing, immediately seized the improved material and ran with it. Jennifer in the early season 2 episodes was more assertive, more vocal about her own needs, more willing to push back against the role of supportive friend and quiet wife that season 1 had somewhat confined her to. And that assertiveness opened up new storytelling possibilities that the show would explore throughout the season. Kent matched increased energy with his own subtle adjustments. Joseph in season 2 was slightly less content, slightly more aware that something in his marriage needed attention, slightly more willing to engage with uncomfortable truths. These were not dramatic changes. They were calibrations, adjustments of a degree or two in the character's internal temperature. But those small adjustments made a significant difference in how the Jones marriage read on screen. It went from a stable background element to an active, evolving relationship with its own tensions and its own story to tell. Let me break down a specific early season 2 scene that I think perfectly captures the upgrade in quality. There was a scene between and Jennifer, a conversation between the two friends, that in season 1 would have been a fairly straightforward exchange of information and advice. But in season 2, the scene had layers, was telling Jennifer about something that was bothering her about, and on the surface it was classic, expressive, and dramatic. But if you listened carefully, you could hear testing the waters. She was not just venting. She was gauging Jennifer's reaction. She was looking for validation. She was trying to figure out if her feelings were reasonable without directly asking if her feelings were reasonable. And Jennifer was navigating the conversation with her own agenda, her own unspoken feelings, her own reasons for responding the way she did. The scene was a conversation on the surface and a chess match underneath. Two women who loved each other, but who each had their own emotional needs that were shaping how they communicated. That kind of layered writing and layered performance was rare in season 1. In season 2, it became the standard. In my opinion, the early episodes of season 2 are where you can most clearly see the show leveling up. The improvement was not gradual. It was immediate. From the first episode, you could feel the difference. The writing was, the performances were deeper. The packing was more confident. The show knew what it was, and it was no longer apologizing for it or hedging its bets. Season 2 hit the ground running, and it never looked back. Part 4. As season 2 progressed past the opening episodes, the show began to build momentum in ways that were both exciting and, honestly, a little unexpected. Because the improvement was not just in the quality of individual episodes. It was in the cumulative effect of episodes building on each other, creating narrative momentum that pulled you forward through the season with a force that season 1 never quite achieved. The end storyline in the middle portion of season 2 is where I think the show really found its voice. Because the writers started doing something with this couple that was genuinely brave for a TBS sitcom. They started letting the conflicts breathe. Instead of introducing a problem and resolving it within a single episode, they let problems linger. They let tensions carry over. They let the audience sit with the discomfort of unresolved issues. And that structural choice changed the viewing experience fundamentally. In season 1, you could watch an episode of For Better or Worse and be confident that whatever conflict was introduced would be tied up by the end. That is how most sitcoms work. It is comfortable. It is reassuring. And it is also, if I am being honest, a little boring. Because real relationships do not work that way. Real problems do not get solved in 22 minutes. Real arguments do not end with a hug and a joke before the credits roll. Real marriage is messy and ongoing, and the same issues come back again and again in different forms. And season 2 started to reflect that reality. When and had a fight in a season 2 episode, the residue of that fight was still there in the next episode. Not always as a direct continuation of the plot, but as an atmospheric presence. A tension in how they spoke to each other. A guardedness in their body language. A wariness that told you these characters remembered what happened last week even if the show was not explicitly referencing it. That emotional continuity gave the season a cumulative weight that was far more powerful than any individual episode could generate on its own. I want to describe a stretch of episodes from the middle of season 2 that I think represents the show at its emerging best. There was an arc where insecurities about reached a new peak, triggered by a specific event or interaction that gave her anxiety a concrete focal point. And instead of resolving this anxiety quickly, the show let it build. Episode after episode, you watched fear grow. You watched it affect her behavior. You watched it change how she interacted with Jennifer, with everyone around her. And you watched become increasingly aware that something was wrong without being able to identify exactly what it was. This slow build was masterfully handled by both the writing and the performances. Campbell Martin calibrated increasing anxiety with incredible precision. Each episode, the needle moved a little further toward crisis, not in big jumps but in small increments. A little more sharpness in her voice, a little more vigilance in her behavior, a little less willingness to let things go. These tiny incremental changes created a sense of impending catastrophe that was genuinely suspenseful. You could feel the explosion coming. You just did not know exactly when it would arrive or what form it would take. Michael White played growing awareness of state with equal skill. You could see noticing things, registering changes, filing away observations, but not yet connecting the dots. He knew something was off, but he could not name it. And his inability to name it, his failure to ask the right questions or have the right conversations, was itself a source of tension. Because as the audience, you could see what was happening. You had more information than did because you had been watching private moments, her conversations with Jennifer, her internal struggles. And that dramatic irony, knowing what the characters did not know, kept you on the edge of your seat in a way that season 1 never managed. When the inevitable explosion finally came, when the tension that had been building over multiple episodes finally detonated, it was devastating. And it was devastating specifically because of the build-up, because you had watched it coming, because you had felt the pressure increasing, because you had been hoping these characters would figure it out before it was too late. And they did not. They did not figure it out in time. And the resulting confrontation was one of the most powerful scenes in the show's history up to that point. Now let me also talk about what was happening with Jennifer and Joseph during this middle stretch, because their storyline in season 2 deserves just as much attention. While we're heading toward an explosive confrontation, Jennifer and Joseph were experiencing a different kind of crisis. A quieter one, a more internal one. Jennifer was grappling with questions about her identity and her purpose that had been hinted at in season 1, but that season 2 explored with real commitment. There were episodes in the middle of season 2 where Jennifer's internal struggle was the most compelling thing happening on the show. And that is saying something because the drama was absolutely riveting. But Jennifer's quiet crisis had its own gravitational pull. Haynes played it with such authenticity that you found yourself thinking about Jennifer between episodes, wondering what she was going to do, hoping she would figure things out, worrying about what her struggle meant for her marriage. That kind of audience investment in a character who was not even the show's primary focus is a sign of extraordinary performance and writing. Joseph's role in Jennifer's season 2 arc was interesting and nuanced. Kent played Joseph as a man who was aware that his wife was going through something, but who did not have the tools to help her in the way she needed. He tried. He showed up. He offered support in the ways he knew how. But his support, while well-intentioned, sometimes missed the mark because the help Jennifer needed was not the help Joseph was equipped to give. And that gap between intention and execution in a marriage, the heartbreaking space between wanting to help and actually helping, was one of the most realistic and most painful things the show depicted in season 2. I personally think the middle episodes of season 2 are where the show established the template that it would follow for the rest of its run. The combination of slow building tension in the Williams marriage, quiet internal crisis in the Jones marriage, and comedic relief provided by the ensemble, that was the formula that worked. And season 2 was where that formula was discovered and refined. Part 5. Now we need to talk about the emotional peaks of season 2, because this was the season where the show proved it could break your heart, where the emotional moments stopped being gentle tugs at your feelings and became full-force assaults on your defenses, where you went from saying awe that was touching to saying I need a minute, I was not prepared for that. Season 2 is where For Better or Worse learned how to really hurt you, and it used that power with devastating effectiveness. The single most emotionally devastating moment of season 2, in my estimation, came from the storyline. It was the culmination of the slow build I described earlier, the moment when everything that had been simmering finally boiled over. And I need to describe this scene in as much detail as possible because I think it represents a watershed moment not just for the season, but for the entire series. The scene was a confrontation between but it was not the kind of confrontation we had seen in season 1. In season 1, their arguments had a performative quality. They were loud, but they were not deep. They were about surface-level issues that generated surface-level emotions. But this season 2 confrontation was different. This one came from the bone. This was, and not just arguing about what happened yesterday, but about what had been happening for the entire run of the show. About patterns of behavior, about fundamental incompatibilities, about the fear that love might not be enough to overcome the differences between them. Campbell Martin played this scene with a rawness that was almost alarming. She was not performing anger, she was channeling it. The distinction matters because performed anger looks like acting. Channeled anger looks like life. And what did in this scene was make you forget you were watching a television show. She made you feel like you were in the room with a woman whose marriage was falling apart. The tears were real, not pretty television tears, real tears. The kind that come with shaking and uneven breathing, and a voice that cracks and breaks, and then somehow finds enough strength to keep going, because there are things that need to be said even when your body is fighting against saying them. Michael White's response in this scene was equally powerful, and I need to describe it because it was in reactive acting. Because in this confrontation was mostly on the receiving end, was the one expressing, accusing, breaking down, and had to receive all of that, had to absorb it, had to process it in real time. And the way Michael White did that, the way he showed taking in each word, each accusation, each expression of pain without shutting down and without fighting back and without dismissing was remarkable. You could see the impact of words on his face. You could see each point landing. You could see his defenses coming down one by one until he was as exposed and as vulnerable as she was. And then said something. After absorbing everything had thrown at him, he spoke. And what he said was not a defense. It was not an argument. It was an admission. He admitted to things that he had been denying. He acknowledged failures that he had been minimizing. He met vulnerability with his own. And the result was a scene that was simultaneously the most painful and the most intimate moment the show had produced. Because in breaking down their defenses, both characters became more real to each other and to the audience than they had ever been. That scene changed the show. It was a before and after moment. Before that scene, for better or worse, was a good sitcom with emotional moments. After that scene, it was a show that could genuinely move you. That could make you feel things that only the best television makes you feel. That could reach through the screen and touch something real in your own experience. And the fact that this moment happened in season 2, relatively early in the show's run, set the bar for everything that followed. But the emotional peaks of season 2 were not limited to the Williams marriage. Jennifer had her own emotional high water mark this season, and it was devastating in a completely different way. There was a scene where Jennifer was alone, processing something that had happened in her marriage, and she allowed herself to feel something she had been suppressing. And what she felt, what Haynes expressed in this scene, was not anger or sadness in the conventional sense. It was grief. Grief for the version of herself that she felt she had lost. Grief for the dreams she had deferred. Grief for the parts of her identity that had been quietly sacrificed on the altar of being a good wife. Haynes played this scene with her entire being. There was a moment where Jennifer looked at herself in a mirror, or looked at something that reflected her life back to her, and you could see the realization hit. The realization that she was not living the life she had imagined for herself. Not because her life was bad, not because her marriage was terrible, but because somewhere along the way, the life she was living had drifted away from the life she had dreamed of. And that drift, that slow, imperceptible departure from your own aspirations, is one of the most universal and most painful human experiences. And Haynes captured it with an authenticity that made you want to call every woman you know and ask her if she is okay. I also want to highlight the emotional impact of certain comedic scenes in season 2 because the show proved that comedy and emotional depth are not mutually exclusive. There were scenes that made you laugh, and then, without warning, shifted into something that made you stop laughing and start feeling. These scenes were not trying to trick you. They were reflecting the reality that life itself is a constant oscillation between laughter and tears. And Season 2 embraced that oscillation more fully than Season 1 ever did. In my opinion, the emotional peaks of Season 2 are the primary reason this season is the most important in the show's history. Because these moments proved what the show was capable of. They set the standard. They showed the audience, the network, and the creative team that, for better or worse, could go to emotional places that few sitcoms dared to go. And once that proof existed, once everyone involved knew what was possible, the show could never go back to being just a surface-level comedy. Season 2 opened a door that could not be closed. And everything the show became in its later seasons, the emotional depth, the dramatic ambition, the fearless exploration of relationship pain, all of it traces back to the breakthrough moments of Season 2. Part 6. All right, now we need to address the parts of Season 2 that generated controversy and debate. Because not everything this season did was universally praised. There were creative choices that divided the audience, storyline decisions that frustrated viewers, and moments where the show's newfound ambition outpaced its execution. And being honest about those issues is essential to a complete review. The most controversial aspect of Season 2 was, predictably, related to the end storyline. As the season pushed the Williams marriage into darker territory, some viewers pushed back. They felt the show was being unnecessarily cruel to characters they loved. They felt the conflicts were being prolonged for dramatic effect rather than for organic storytelling reasons. And they felt that specifically was being written in ways that made her less sympathetic than she needed to be for the emotional moments to land properly. Now I want to engage with this criticism honestly because I think it has some merit. There were moments in Season 2 where behavior crossed the line from sympathetically flawed to frustratingly irrational, where her jealousy and her intensity were cranked up beyond what the situation warranted, where it felt like the writers were making act unreasonably, not because that was who was, but because the plot needed someone to act unreasonably to generate conflict. And when the conflict feels manufactured rather than organic, it undermines the emotional impact of the scenes that follow. I personally think this is a legitimate criticism of Season 2, but I also think it is a relatively minor issue in the context of the season's overall achievement. Yes, there were moments where it was pushed too far. But those moments were outnumbered by moments where her behavior felt completely authentic and completely justified by the circumstances. The ratio of good writing to questionable writing was heavily in favor of the good. And the questionable moments, while frustrating, did not derail the season's overall trajectory. Another controversial element of Season 2 was the show's handling of certain supporting character dynamics. Todd and storyline in Season 2 generated mixed reactions from viewers. Some felt that the show was developing these characters in interesting new directions. Others felt that their screen time was taking away from the Anne and Jennifer and Joseph storylines that viewers were more invested in. And others felt that the writing for Todd, and was simply not as strong as the writing for the main couples, creating quality imbalances within episodes that were distracting. I tend to side with the criticism on this one. While Jason, Olive, and Stewart did solid work with the material they were given, the Todd and storyline in Season 2 did not reach the heights of the other storylines. It felt less developed, less nuanced, and less essential than what was happening with the Williams and Jones marriages. And in a season that was otherwise operating at a higher level than Season 1, the quality gap with the Todd and material was more noticeable. There was also debate about the packing of Season 2. While I praised the show's commitment to longer arcs and serialized storytelling earlier, some viewers found the packing too slow. They felt that the show was dragging out conflicts that could have been resolved more quickly, that the slow build approach, while effective in some stretches, occasionally tipped over into wheel spinning, where the show was prolonging tension without actually advancing the story. And I think this is a fair criticism of specific episodes, even if I disagree with it as an assessment of the season overall. There were individual episodes in Season 2 that felt like they were treading water, maintaining the status rather than moving the narrative forward. And those episodes, while they served the larger arc's need for gradual build-up, were not always satisfying as viewing experiences. Here is a hot take that might generate some disagreement. I think the most controversial thing about Season 2 was not any specific storyline or character choice. It was the fundamental shift in the show's identity from a comedy with occasional dramatic moments to a dramedy that used comedy as a vehicle for exploring serious themes. That shift was what made Season 2 great, in my opinion. But it was also what alienated some viewers who had come to the show for light entertainment and were not prepared for the emotional weight that Season 2 brought. Some people watch sitcoms specifically because they want to relax and laugh without being emotionally challenged. And Season 2 challenged its audience in ways that Season 1 did not. For viewers who wanted more of what Season 1 offered, Season 2's evolution was unwelcome. For viewers who wanted the show to be more, Season 2's evolution was a revelation. I also want to address the criticism that the show's improved dramatic ambition sometimes came at the expense of its comedy. There were viewers who felt that Season 2 was less funny than Season 1, that the increased dramatic content squeezed out some of the humor that had made the show enjoyable. And looking at the season objectively, I can see why someone might feel that way. Season 2 did have fewer purely comedic episodes than Season 1. The humor was often more integrated with the drama rather than standing on its own. And for viewers who measured the show primarily by its laugh count, Season 2 might have felt like a step down. But I would push back on that assessment hard, because while the raw quantity of jokes might have decreased in Season 2, the quality of the comedy increased dramatically. The jokes that were there were smarter, sharper, more rooted in character and situation. They were funnier because they were truer. And the interplay between comedy and drama created moments that were more richly entertaining than pure comedy could have been. Season 2 taught the show and its audience that the best laughs come when you are also invested emotionally. That comedy hits harder when it is wrapped around a core of genuine feeling. And that lesson, once learned, transformed the show for the better. The controversies of Season 2 were real and worth discussing. But in my final analysis, they are footnotes to the larger story of a season that represented a quantum leap in quality. The flaws were there. They mattered, but they were outweighed by the achievements. And the achievements of Season 2 established a new standard that would define the show for the rest of its run. Part 7. Let me now focus specifically on the relationship dynamics of Season 2 and how they evolved from what Season 1 established. Because the relationships were the show's core, and Season 2's transformation was most visible in how those relationships were written and performed. The dynamic in Season 2 underwent the most dramatic evolution. In Season 1, their relationship had been presented primarily as a comedy of contrasts. She was hot, he was cool. She was loud, he was quiet. She overreacted, and the humor came from that contrast. Season 2 kept the contrast, but added something crucial underneath it. It added pain, real, specific, earned pain. The contrast between and was no longer just funny. It was also the source of genuine suffering. Because those same differences that made them entertaining to watch were the differences that were tearing them apart. What made this evolution so effective was that the show did not abandon the comedy. It did not say, okay, we are serious now, and drop the humor. Instead, it layered the pain underneath the comedy, so that the same scenes that made you laugh also made you ache. Would make a joke about its lack of emotional expressiveness, and the audience would laugh, and then a second later you would realize that the joke was actually a cry for help. That she was using humor to express a genuine grievance because she did not know how else to express it. That kind of dual-register writing, where every line works on two levels, was a Season 2 innovation that transformed the show. Michael White and Campbell Martin's chemistry deepened in Season 2 in ways that were visible and significant. In Season 1, their chemistry was primarily romantic and comedic. They played well off each other. They had good timing. They were fun to watch together. But in Season 2, their chemistry developed a dramatic dimension that added enormous depth to their scenes. They could now do silence together. They could convey entire emotional arcs through the way they looked at each other across a room. They could make a simple exchange of dialogue feel loaded with unspoken meaning. That kind of depth in on-screen chemistry usually takes years to develop, and Michael got there in Season 2. The Jennifer and Joseph dynamic evolved in a different direction in Season 2, but the evolution was equally significant. While Anne's relationship got louder and more volatile, Jennifer and Joseph's got quieter and more introspective. The show started to explore the subtle ways that a stable marriage can become stagnant, how comfort can shade into complacency, how the absence of conflict can mask the absence of passion, how two people can be perfectly fine and perfectly unfulfilled at the same time. Haynes brought a new dimension to Jennifer in Season 2 that was one of the most impressive acting achievements of the season. She played a woman who was waking up. Not dramatically, not with a sudden epiphany, but gradually, like someone slowly becoming conscious after a long sleep. Jennifer was noticing things she had stopped noticing, questioning things she had stopped questioning, wanting things she had told herself she did not want, and played this awakening with such subtlety that you almost missed it if you were not paying close attention. But if you were paying attention, It was one of the most captivating character arcs of the season. Kent's Joseph in Season 2 responded to Jennifer's awakening with his own form of anxiety, a quiet awareness that something was shifting in his marriage that he could not quite identify or control. Joseph in Season 1 had been comfortably settled. Joseph in Season 2 was still settled but less comfortable. There were moments where you could see him searching Jennifer's face for reassurance, looking for confirmation that everything was still okay. And the fact that he needed to search for it, that the reassurance was no longer automatic, told you everything about how the dynamic was shifting. The friendship dynamics also evolved significantly in Season 2. The relationship between and Jennifer, which had been primarily comedic and supportive in Season 1, developed new tensions in Season 2 that made it more realistic and more interesting. Because as marriage problems intensified and Jennifer's internal crisis deepened, the two women found themselves less able to be there for each other in the ways they had been before. Each was dealing with her own stuff, and that individual focus sometimes created distance in the friendship. Not hostility, not conflict, just a subtle pulling apart that came from each woman being too consumed by her own situation to fully attend to the others. That portrayal of friendship under pressure was one of the most honest things about Season 2. Because real friendships do go through periods where both people are dealing with their own crises, and the friendship takes a back seat. It is not a failure of the friendship. It is a reality of being human with limited emotional bandwidth. And the show depicted that reality without judgment, without making either woman the villain, and without pretending that friendship means always being perfectly available. The and Joseph friendship also evolved in Season 2. These two men, who had been primarily comic relief buddies in Season 1, started to have conversations in Season 2 that revealed more about their inner lives. Not deep emotional conversations. They were still men navigating the conventions of male communication, but conversations where real feelings leaked through the bravado, where genuine concern for each other surfaced through the jokes, where you could see two men who cared about each other finding small, safe ways to express that care. In my opinion, the evolution of every single relationship dynamic in Season 2 was the clearest evidence that the show had found its voice. Because the voice of For Better or Worse was always going to be found in the relationships. They were the show's instrument. And in Season 2, the show learned to play that instrument with a skill and a confidence that it had not possessed in Season 1. The relationships became richer, deeper, more nuanced, more funny, more painful, more true. And that richness of relational storytelling is what made Season 2 the season that defined the show. Part 8. Now let me dive into the comedy and drama balance of Season 2, specifically because this is where the show's newfound identity was most clearly expressed. Season 2 did not just improve the comedy and improve the drama separately. It improved how the two interacted with each other. It found a synthesis, a way of blending humor and emotional depth that became the show's signature. And that synthesis is what I want to examine in detail. The comedy of Season 2 was smarter than Season 1's comedy. And I want to be specific about what I mean by smarter because that word gets thrown around a lot. I do not mean the jokes were more intellectual or more sophisticated. in the sense of being clever wordplay or witty references. I mean the comedy was rooted in deeper character understanding. The jokes in season 2 were funny because they came from who these people really were, not from who they appeared to be on the surface. The humor was behavioral rather than situational. It grew from the characters' specific personalities and specific dynamics, rather than from wacky situations imposed on generic characters. Campbell Martin's comedy in season 2 was next level. She had always been funny, that was never in question. But in season 2, her comedy reached a depth that made it qualitatively different from season 1. She was not just being funny. She was being, and was funny, but was also sad and scared and jealous and loving and insecure and brave. And the comedy came from all of those things, not just from the funny parts. When made a joke in season 2, it was sometimes hilarious and heartbreaking at the same time. You laughed, and then you thought about why you laughed, and you realized the joke was covering something painful. That is the highest level of comedic performance, where the laughter becomes a gateway to deeper emotional engagement rather than an end in itself. The comedic chemistry between Campbell Martin and Michael White also deepened in season 2. Their comedic timing, which had been good in season 1, became almost telepathic. They could set up and execute comedic exchanges with a precision that felt like they were reading each other's minds. And the comedy between them was funnier because you now understood the dynamics underneath it. When Rolled Her Eyes At in season 1, it was funny because eye-rolling is funny. When Rolled Her Eyes At in season 2, it was funny because you understood the specific history between them that made that eye roll loaded with meaning. Same physical action, infinitely more depth. That is the comedy character integration that season 2 achieved. Haynes and Kent also found a new comedic register in season 2. Their comedy became more wry, more knowing, more inflected with the quiet humor of long marriage. There was a running comedic quality to their scenes where the humor came from mutual recognition. Jennifer would start to say something and Joseph would finish it, not because it was a scripted joke, but because the characters knew each other so well that completion was natural. Or Joseph would do something that Jennifer had been expecting, and her reaction would be this perfectly calibrated mix of exasperation and affection that was comedy gold. These were not big laugh moments. They were smile and nod moments. The kind of humor that makes you feel warm rather than make you slap your knee. And that warm humor was a perfect counterbalance to the bigger comedy of the and dynamic. On the dramatic side, season 2's most significant achievement was learning how to enter dramatic territory without announcing it. In season 1, dramatic moments often felt signaled. The music would change. The tone would shift obviously. It was as if the show was putting up a sign that said dramatic moment ahead. But in season 2, the drama often crept up on you. A scene would start as comedy and gradually, almost imperceptibly, shade into something heavier. The laughter would thin out. The silences between jokes would grow longer. The expressions on the actors' faces would subtly shift. And before you realized what was happening, you were in the middle of an emotionally intense scene that had sneaked past your defenses because it was disguised as comedy. This technique, the stealth drama approach, was one of season 2's most effective innovations. Because audiences have defenses against drama. They know when a show is trying to make them feel something and they can choose to resist. But when the emotional content is woven into comedy, when it arrives through the back door while the audience is laughing and their guard is down, it hits with a force that overt drama cannot match. Season 2 mastered this technique, and it became one of the show's most distinctive and most powerful storytelling tools. I want to describe a scene that exemplifies this technique because it was one of the best examples of the comedy-drama synthesis that defined Season 2. There was a scene where the friend group was together, socializing, and the comedy was flowing beautifully. Everyone was funny. Everyone was engaged. The energy was high and the laughter was genuine. And then someone said something, not a dramatic declaration, not a shocking revelation, just a casual comment that accidentally touched a nerve. And the room shifted, not all at once. Gradually, the laughter faded. The smiles became strained. The silences between remarks grew weighted. And suddenly the same people who had been having the time of their lives a minute ago were sitting in an uncomfortable awareness that something real and painful was just beneath the surface of their fun. That scene, that transition from joy to discomfort, from comedy to drama, was handled with a confidence and a skill that Season 1 simply did not possess. It was the kind of scene that makes you appreciate the craft of television because you can see how many elements have to work together to pull it off. The writing has to calibrate the transition perfectly. The actors have to execute the tonal shift without making it feel forced. The direction has to support the transition visually and rhythmically. And in this scene, everything came together flawlessly. It was Season 2 at its best, demonstrating the synthesis of comedy and drama that would become the show's defining characteristic. In my opinion, the comedy-drama balance of Season 2 is the single most important thing the show got right, because that balance became the show's identity. It became the thing that made For Better or Worse different from other Tyler Perry shows, different from other sitcoms, different from anything else on television at the time. It was not a comedy that occasionally got serious. It was not a drama that occasionally got funny. It was something in between, something that lived in the overlap between laughter and tears, something that reflected the actual texture of real life where joy and pain are not separate categories, but are constantly, intimately, inseparably intertwined. Season 2 is where the show discovered that identity. And that discovery is what makes this season the most important in the show's entire run. Part 9. Let us now look behind the curtain at the production factors that contributed to Season 2's quantum leap in quality. Because the improvement was not just about better writing or better acting. It was about a production that had learned from its first season and was applying those lessons with intelligence and intention. Tyler Perry's evolution as the show's creator between Season 1 and Season 2 is the most important behind-the-scenes factor. Tyler Perry, for all the criticism he receives about his production pace and his quality control, is a creator who learns. He pays attention to what works and what does not. He listens to audience feedback. He watches how his actors perform and adjusts his writing to serve their strengths. And between Season 1 and Season 2 of For Better or Worse, Tyler Perry clearly went through a process of creative refinement that resulted in a better show. The writing in Season 2 was more confident. The scenes were more purposeful. The dialogue was sharper. The character arcs were more coherent. And while Tyler Perry's rapid production pace was still in effect, the quality of the output suggests that either more care was being taken in the writing process, or that the efficiency of that process had improved to the point where quality and speed could coexist more effectively. Probably some combination of both. I want to speculate about what specifically Tyler Perry learned from Season 1 that he applied to Season 2. First, I think he learned that his cast could handle more challenging material. Season 1 played it safe, keeping the actors in their comfort zones. But by the end of Season 1, it was clear that Campbell Martin could go deeper dramatically, that Michael White had comedic and emotional range that had not been fully tapped, that Haynes was capable of nuanced work that the writing had not yet demanded, and that Kent was more than just a solid supporting presence. Armed with that knowledge, Tyler Perry wrote Season 2 with more ambition, giving the actors material that stretched them, that challenged them, that pushed them to show what they could really do. And they responded beautifully. Second, I think Tyler Perry learned that his audience wanted more than just laughs. The audience response to Season 1's emotional moments, the moments that went beyond comedy into genuine feeling, was strong. People responded to those moments. They talked about them. They came back for more. And that audience signal told Tyler Perry that he could afford to lean into the emotional content more heavily in Season 2, that the audience was ready for more, that they wanted the show to go deeper. And Tyler Perry listened. The production dynamics at Tyler Perry Studios also contributed to the Season 2 improvement. By the time Season 2 was in production, the cast and crew had been working together for an extended period. They knew how the actors moved. The lighting crew knew the show's visual language. The editors knew the show's rhythm. That institutional knowledge, accumulated through the process of making Season 1, made the production of Season 2 smoother and more efficient. And a smoother, more efficient production allows more creative energy to be directed toward performance and storytelling, rather than toward logistics and problem solving. The live studio audience element of the production is worth discussing in the context of Season 2, because the audience's response during served as a real-time quality indicator that the creative team could use. If a joke landed big, it stayed in. If a dramatic moment silenced the room, it was confirmed as effective. This feedback loop between performers and audience was an important part of the show's creative process. And in Season 2, as the material got stronger, the audience's reactions got stronger too. The laughs were louder. The silences were more profound. And that heightened audience response energized the performers and validated the creative choices, creating a virtuous cycle of quality. The network relationship between For Better or Worse and TBS also played a role in Season 2's success. By the second season, TBS was confident in the show's viability. That confidence likely translated into less creative interference and more trust in Tyler Perry's vision. A show that has earned its network's trust has more freedom to take risks, and Season 2 was a season of creative risk-taking. The darker dramatic content, the more complex character arcs, the commitment to serialized storytelling, These were all risks that a less confident network might have discouraged. TBS, to their credit, seems to have given the show the space it needed to evolve. I also want to mention the editing and post-production work in Season 2 because while it is less visible than the performances, it contributed significantly to the season's improved quality. The packing of individual episodes was in Season 2. The rhythms were more varied. The transitions between scenes were more intentional. All of these are editing and post-production contributions that made the final product feel more polished and more professional than Season 1. In my opinion, the behind-the-scenes story of Season 2 is a story about a production finding its groove, about creative people learning from experience and applying those lessons effectively, about a system of feedback and refinement that produced measurably better results. It is not a glamorous story. There is no single behind-the-scenes revelation or dramatic production change that explains the improvement. Instead, it was an accumulation of small improvements across every aspect of the production that added up to a significant overall leap in quality. And that accumulation, that process of incremental improvement producing transformative results, is actually one of the most inspiring things about Season 2. It shows that great television does not require a single stroke of genius. It requires consistent effort, smart learning, and the willingness to be better than you were yesterday. Part 10. Now let me talk about how the audience received Season 2 and what their response tells us about the season's place in the show's history. Because the audience reaction to Season 2 was different from the reaction to Season 1 in ways that reflected and confirmed the show's evolution. Season 1's audience response had been warm but uncomplicated. People liked the show. They enjoyed the comedy. They tuned in regularly. The ratings were solid, but the engagement was primarily casual. People watched and moved on with their lives. Season 2 changed that. Season 2 transformed casual viewers into passionate fans. It turned people who watched the show into people who cared about the show. And that transformation was visible in the increased intensity and depth of audience engagement across every platform. On social media, the conversation about For Better or Worse shifted noticeably in Season 2. In Season 1, people tweeted jokes and casual reactions during episodes. In Season 2, people started having real discussions. They debated character decisions. They analyzed relationship dynamics. They predicted what was going to happen next based on their understanding of the character's psychology. They shared personal stories about how the show's depiction of marriage resonated with their own experiences. The conversation went from surface level to substantial, and that deepening of engagement was a direct response to the deepening of the show's content. The most significant audience response to Season 2 was the emotional response. People started talking about the show in emotional terms. They talked about being moved by specific scenes, about crying during episodes they expected to laugh through, about pausing the show to collect themselves, about calling their spouse after an episode to say "I love you" because the show had reminded them of what was at stake in their own marriage. That kind of emotional impact, that ability to affect people's real lives and real relationships, was something Season 1 had not achieved. Season 2 did. The fan community around the show grew, and during Season 2, where Season 1 had attracted viewers, Season 2 created fans, people who would watch every episode, who would discuss every storyline, who would defend the show against its critics, who would recommend it passionately to friends and family. The transition from viewer to fan is a meaningful one, and Season 2 was the catalyst for that transition for a significant portion of the audience. I think the audience response to Season 2 also reflected a growing appreciation for what Tyler Perry was capable of as a storyteller. Because the knock on Tyler Perry from his critics has always been that he cannot do nuance, that his work is too broad, too on the nose, too lacking in subtlety. And Season 1 of For Better or Worse, while enjoyable, did not exactly refute that criticism. But Season 2 did. The nuanced character work, the layered relationship dynamics, the sophisticated comedy-drama balance. All of these were evidence of a subtlety and a sophistication that Tyler Perry's critics he possessed. And the audience's enthusiastic response to these elements was an implicit rebuttal of those critics. The audience was saying, we see the depth and we appreciate it. The ratings for Season 2 were strong enough to earn another renewal, which is the most concrete form of audience approval that exists in television. But the numbers alone do not tell the full story. What the numbers do not capture is the quality of the viewership, the depth of engagement, the emotional investment, the conversations sparked, the relationships reflected upon, the moments of recognition and self-examination that the show inspired. Those qualitative measures of impact are as important as the quantitative ones, and by every qualitative measure, Season 2 was a significant step up from Season 1. I also want to note the response from within the Tyler Perry fan community. For Better or Worse had always been somewhat overshadowed by the haves and the have-nots, Tyler Perry's other big show during this period, which attracted more mainstream attention due to its soapier, more sensational content. But Season 2 of For Better or Worse generated a passionate response from Tyler Perry fans who appreciated its more grounded, more character-driven approach. These fans saw in Season 2 evidence of Tyler Perry's range as a creator, his ability to produce content that was emotionally sophisticated and relationally honest, rather than relying on shock value and melodrama. And their championing of Season 2 within the larger Tyler Perry fandom helped establish the show's reputation as something special within the Tyler Perry catalog. The audience response to Season 2 confirmed what the creative team had sensed during production, that the evolution they were pursuing was working, that the audience wanted more depth, more complexity, more emotional honesty. And that confirmation gave the show the confidence to continue evolving in subsequent seasons, building on the foundation that Season 2 had established. Part 11. As we approach the final stretch of this review, I want to think about the legacy of Season 2 specifically, and what it means for the show as a whole. Because while every season of For Better or Worse has its merits, Season 2 occupies a unique and uniquely important position in the show's history. It is the hinge season, the season that changed everything, the season without which the show's later achievements would not have been possible. The most important legacy of Season 2 is that it defined the show's identity. Before season 2, For Better or Worse was a show in search of itself. It had the ingredients of something special, the cast, the premise, the Tyler Perry brand, but it had not yet figured out how to combine those ingredients into something distinctive. Season 2 figured that out. It found the recipe, the specific balance of comedy and drama, the specific depth of character exploration, the specific emotional tone that could shift from light to heavy without losing its authenticity. That recipe, discovered in season 2, became the show's DNA. Every subsequent season was built on the identity that season 2 established. The legacy of season 2 also includes the precedent it set for character development. Season 2 proved that these characters could grow, that they could change, that they could surprise you, that they were not static sitcom types frozen in their established patterns but were dynamic, evolving human beings capable of genuine transformation. That precedent was essential for the show's longevity because a show with static characters cannot sustain itself over 5 seasons. The characters have to change. And season 2 proved they could. Season 2 also set a precedent for emotional ambition that shaped the entire rest of the series. Once the show had demonstrated in season 2 that it could deliver genuinely devastating emotional moments, there was no going back. The audience now expected that depth. The actors now knew they could deliver it. The writers now knew they could create it. And that raised bar of expectation and capability meant that every subsequent season had to at least match, if not exceed, the emotional achievements of season 2. It was the season that raised the stakes for everything that followed. I also want to think about season 2's legacy in terms of what it proved about Tyler Perry as a creator. Because season 2 demonstrated that Tyler Perry could grow, that he could learn from experience and produce work that was significantly better than what had come before, that his rapid production model, while it had real limitations, was not incompatible with quality improvement, that he could listen to feedback from audiences and from his own creative instincts, and respond with work that addressed weaknesses while building on strengths. In an entertainment landscape that often writes Tyler Perry off as a factory producing interchangeable content, season 2 of For Better or Worse stands as evidence of genuine creative growth. The legacy of season 2 for the cast is equally significant. Season 2 gave every member of the ensemble an opportunity to show new dimensions of their talent. Campbell Martin demonstrated dramatic range that went beyond anything she had been asked to do in season 1. Michael White revealed emotional depth that his action movie career had never required. Haynes established herself as a performer of remarkable subtlety and authenticity. Kent showed that his quiet, steady presence could hold its own alongside bigger performances. These demonstrations of range and depth became part of each actor's professional legacy, proof of capabilities that extended beyond what their previous work had shown. For the show's audience, season 2's legacy is the creation of emotional memories that endure. The specific scenes, the specific moments, the specific exchanges between characters that people remember years later, many of those originate in season 2. It is the season that gave the show its iconic moments, its most quoted lines, its most discussed scenes, its most debated storylines. When people remember For Better or Worse at its best, they are often, whether they realize it or not, remembering Season 2. I want to also consider the legacy of Season 2 in the broader context of Black television, because Season 2 of For Better or Worse demonstrated that a Black sitcom on cable could achieve a level of emotional and narrative sophistication that the industry often reserved for shows with different demographics and different platforms. That demonstration mattered because it challenged assumptions about what Black television audiences wanted and what Black creative teams could produce. Season 2 said we can do nuance, we can do complexity, we can do depth, and we can do it within the Tyler Perry model on TBS. That is a meaningful statement in the history of Black television representation. The legacy of Season 2 is ultimately about transformation. The transformation of a show from good to great. The transformation of characters from types to people. The transformation of a comedy into a dramedy. The transformation of casual viewers into passionate fans. The transformation of a creative team from competent to confident. All of these transformations happened in Season 2, and all of them rippled forward through the rest of the show's run, shaping everything that came after. That is what makes Season 2 the most important season of For Better or Worse. Not because it was perfect, but because it was transformative. Part 12. Here we are at the end of this comprehensive review, and it is time to deliver the final verdict on Season 2 of For Better or Worse. The season that found the show's voice. The season that defined its identity. The season that changed everything. We have covered an enormous amount of ground. We started by establishing why Season 2 deserves focused attention, arguing that it represents the pivotal moment in the show's evolution. We examined where Season 1 left things and what needed to change for the show to reach its potential. We went through the early episodes and described the immediate leap in quality that was apparent from the season premiere. We traced the narrative momentum of the middle episodes, showing how the show's commitment to serialized storytelling and slow-building tension created a viewing experience that was fundamentally different from Season 1. We explored the emotional peaks, describing scenes that proved the show could deliver genuine dramatic power through the performances of its extraordinary cast. We addressed the controversies and criticisms honestly, acknowledging that the season was not perfect and that some creative choices were questionable. We examined the evolution of every major relationship dynamic, showing how the deepening of these relationships was the primary vehicle for the season's improvement. We analyzed the comedy-drama balance, arguing that Season 2's synthesis of humor and emotional depth became the show's defining characteristic. We looked behind the curtain at the production factors that enabled the improvement. We discussed the audience response and how it confirmed and reinforced the season's creative evolution. And we explored the legacy of Season 2, making the case that it was the most important season in the show's history because it established the identity that everything else was built upon. So here is my definitive verdict. Season 2 of For Better or Worse is a 9 out of 10. It is the best season of the show. It is the most important season of the show. and it is one of the finest seasons of any Tyler Perry television series. The 9 reflects the extraordinary achievements of the season, the quantum leap in writing quality, the deepened performances from every member of the cast, the bold, creative choices that pushed the show into darker, richer, more complex territory, the discovery of the comedy-drama synthesis that became the show's signature, the emotional moments that proved the show could stand alongside far more celebrated programs in its ability to move and challenge its audience. The character development that transformed sitcom types into genuine human beings. All of these achievements merit the highest praise. The missing point reflects the season's imperfections, the occasional overwriting of that tipped into caricature, the uneven quality of the Todd and storyline, the packing issues in certain episodes, the moments where the new dramatic ambition outpaced the execution. These were real problems, and acknowledging them is important. But they were problems within an overall framework of extraordinary quality. They were the rough edges on what was otherwise a beautifully crafted season of television. If I could say one thing to someone who has never watched for better or worse, it would be this. Start with Season 1 because you need the setup. You need to meet the characters and understand the dynamics. But know that Season 2 is where the magic happens. Know that the show you are watching in Season 1 is the caterpillar. Season 2 is the butterfly, and the transformation is genuinely astonishing. If I could say one thing to Tyler Perry about Season 2, it would be this. You did something special here. Whatever combination of creative instinct, audience awareness, and artistic ambition drove the evolution between Season 1 and Season 2, it worked. This season is proof of what you are capable of when you push yourself beyond the comfortable and into the challenging. Hold on to whatever lessons this season taught you because they produced some of the best work of your career. To Campbell Martin, Season 2 is where you proved that Williams was not just a funny character, but a great character. Your performance elevated the entire show and set a standard that inspired everyone around you to raise their game. That is leadership through artistry, and it deserves to be celebrated. To Michael White, Season 2 is where you showed the world that you are so much more than an action star. The vulnerability, the humor, the quiet intensity you brought to in this season was a revelation. You have gifts that this show gave you the space to share, and the audience was better for receiving them. To Haynes and Kent, Season 2 is where Jennifer and Joseph stopped being the other couple and became a couple that could hold the screen with anyone. Your work was subtle and beautiful and true, and it deserves every bit of praise I can give it. To the audience, thank you for showing up for Season 2. Thank you for embracing the show's evolution. Thank you for being willing to laugh and cry in the same episode. Thank you for engaging deeply with these characters and their stories. Your response validated the creative choices that made Season 2 great, and without your support, the show would not have had the confidence to continue evolving in subsequent seasons. Now here is what I need from you. If you agree that Season 2 was the show's best season, hit that like button and let me know. If you think a different season deserves the crown, drop a comment and make your case. I want this to be a conversation, not a monologue. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already because we have so much more for better or worse content coming. Every season reviewed, every character analyzed, every theme explored. This channel is building the definitive resource for better or worse appreciation and analysis, and I want you to be part of it. Share this video with someone who loves this show. Share it with someone who watched Season 1 and gave up. Tell them to give Season 2 a chance. Tell them what we have established in this video, that Season 2 is where For Better or Worse found its voice and became something genuinely special. Because that is the truth, and the truth deserves to be shared. Season 2 of For Better or Worse was transformation in action. It was a show discovering what it could be and having the courage to become it. It was actors finding depths in their characters that they did not know were there. It was a creator learning and growing and pushing himself and his team to be better. It was an audience responding with deeper engagement and deeper love. It was television at its best, not because it was flawless, but because it was fearless. And that fearlessness, that willingness to evolve, that commitment to being more than what was expected, that is what makes Season 2 unforgettable. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring about this show the way I care about it. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. Part 11. Let me ask you something that I think is really important as we start to bring this whole conversation together. When For Better or Worse is completely finished, and in the mirror, when years have passed and people look back on this era of television, how will Williams be remembered? What is her legacy? And does that legacy reflect the true complexity of who she was as a character? These are questions I think about a lot because legacy is a tricky thing. It is shaped not just by what a character actually was on screen, but by how the audience chooses to remember them, what clips circulate on social media, what moments become memes, what narratives take hold in the popular consciousness. And I worry that Williams' legacy might be reduced to a few surface-level impressions. The jealous wife, the loud friend, the funny one on that Tyler Perry show. If that is all people remember, then her legacy does not do justice to the depth and complexity we have been discussing throughout this entire video. But I am also hopeful, because the thing about complex characters is that they tend to be rediscovered and over time. There are so many examples in television history of characters who were not fully appreciated during their original run, but who gained a deeper appreciation years later as audiences revisited the show with fresh eyes. And I think Williams is a perfect candidate for that kind of reappraisal. When people go back and watch For Better or Worse from the beginning, knowing what they know now, I think they will see things they missed the first time around. They will notice the layers. They will catch the subtleties. They will understand the arc. And they will come away with a much richer appreciation of what Campbell Martin and the show's creative team accomplished. The legacy of Williams is also intertwined with the legacy of For Better or Worse as a whole. And the show itself has a complicated legacy. On one hand, it was a successful show that ran for 5 seasons, entertained millions of viewers, and provided quality employment for a talented cast and crew. On the other hand, it was never considered a quote-unquote important show by the critical establishment. It did not win major awards. It was not featured in best of lists. It was not part of the cultural conversation in the way that some other shows of that era were. But I would argue that the importance of a show should not be measured only by awards and critical recognition. It should also be measured by the impact it had on the people who watched it. And by that measure, for better or worse, was very important indeed. It was important to the people who saw themselves in its marriage. It was important to the people who found comfort in the friendship dynamics. It was important to the people who laughed along with the comedy and cried along with the drama. And Williams was at the center of that impact. In terms of what Williams contributed to television history, I think her contribution is significant even if it is not widely recognized. She demonstrated that a sitcom character on a cable network could have the kind of depth and complexity that is usually associated with premium drama characters. She proved that audiences want more from their entertainment than just jokes and easy resolutions. She showed that a black woman on television could be flawed, messy, complicated, and still be the character that audiences loved and rooted for the most. Those are meaningful contributions, and they should be part of how we remember her. I also think's legacy has implications for the future of television, because as the medium continues to evolve, as streaming platforms continue to reshape what is possible, there is a growing appetite for characters with the kind of complexity that embodied. Audiences are more sophisticated than ever. They want characters who surprise them, challenge them, and make them think. And Williams was doing that on a TBS sitcom years before it became fashionable for every show to have morally complex characters. Now let me talk about the lessons that can be learned from Williams, both for television creators and for audiences. For creators, I think the lesson is that complexity does not require a big budget or a prestige platform. It requires good writing and great acting. Give a talented performer like Campbell Martin a well-written character, and she will create something extraordinary regardless of the production circumstances. That is a lesson that should be taken to heart by every showrunner and network executive in the business. For audiences, I think the lesson is to look deeper, to not dismiss a character or a show based on where it airs or who created it, to give every performance a fair chance to surprise and impress you, because Williams would have surprised and impressed a lot more people if they had given her a chance, rather than writing off the show based on preconceptions about Tyler Perry or TBS or sitcoms. I want to also address the legacy question in terms of Campbell Martin's career. Playing Williams for 5 seasons was a significant chapter in his career. And while she has done many other things before and after the show, I think Williams should be considered one of the defining roles of her career. Not because it was her biggest or most famous role, that probably goes to on Martin, but because it was arguably the role where she displayed the greatest range, where she got to do the most as an actress, where she proved that she was not just a comedic talent but a dramatic talent, a physical talent, an emotional talent, and a complete performer. The legacy of Williams is ultimately the legacy of what is possible when talent meets opportunity, when a skilled actress gets a character worthy of her abilities, when a creative team allows a character to grow and evolve organically, when an audience invests in a character and rewards that investment with loyalty and passion. All of these things came together with Williams, and while the result was not perfect, it was remarkable. And it deserves to be remembered not as a footnote in Tyler Perry's television empire, but as one of the genuine highlights. Let me say something else about legacy before we move to the final part. I think one of the most important legacies of Williams is the conversations she generated, the debates about her jealousy, the discussions about her marriage, the arguments about her friendships, the analysis of her comedy and her drama. All of those conversations, including the one we are having right now in this video, are part of her legacy. Because a character who inspires people to think and talk and debate is a character who has made an impact. And Williams made an impact that continues to reverberate years after the show ended. I think in the long run, Williams will be recognized as one of the best characters Tyler Perry ever created. Maybe the best. And I think the show, for better or worse, will be seen as an underappreciated gem in the Tyler Perry television catalog. Not perfect, not without its flaws, but genuine and heartfelt, and anchored by a performance from Campbell Martin that was consistently outstanding. As we head into our final section, I want you to hold onto everything we have discussed. The origins, the evolution, the moments, the relationships, the comedy and drama, the controversy, the production challenges, the fan reactions, the cultural impact. All of it adds up to a portrait of a character who was, in my estimation, the most complex character in For Better or Worse history. And now it is time to deliver the final verdict. Part 12. All right, we have been on a journey together. A long, detailed, passionate journey through the character of Williams. And now it is time to bring it all home. It is time to give you my definitive take, my final assessment, my unshakable opinion on why Williams is not just the most complex character in For Better or Worse history, but one of the most complex characters in the entire Tyler Perry television universe. Let me start by summarizing what we have established throughout this video. Williams, played by Campbell Martin, was a character whose simple categorization from the moment she appeared on screen until the very last episode. She was a woman of contradictions who somehow made those contradictions feel coherent. She was loud and vulnerable, strong and insecure, hilarious and heartbreaking, loving and jealous, self-aware and self-destructive, independent and deeply dependent on the people she loved. Every one of those contradictions was not a flaw in the writing. It was a feature. It was what made her feel real, what made her feel human, what made her feel like someone you actually knew and cared about. We talked about how it was introduced with incredible energy and charisma by Campbell Martin, who brought her entire career's worth of experience to the role. We talked about how the early seasons established the foundation of character, planting seeds of insecurity and fear that would bloom into the most compelling storylines of the series. We talked about how the middle seasons tested, pushed her to her limits, and forced her to confront aspects of herself that she had been avoiding. We talked about her moments of greatest impact, both comedic and dramatic, and how those moments elevated the show beyond what anyone might have expected from a TBS sitcom. We discussed the controversies that surrounded, from her jealousy to her treatment of the inconsistencies in the writing. And we acknowledged that those controversies were not weaknesses, but evidence of a character who inspired strong enough feelings to generate debate. We went deep into her relationships with Jennifer and others, showing how she revealed different facets of herself depending on who she was with. We analyzed the extraordinary balance of comedy and drama that defined her character, and how Campbell Martin navigated those tonal shifts with a skill that deserves far more recognition than it has received. We pulled back the curtain on the production realities that shaped, including Tyler Perry's creative process, the TBS network dynamics, and the multi-camera sitcom format. We explored the fan reactions and cultural impact, showing how resonated with audiences in deep and personal ways. And we discussed her legacy, arguing that she deserves to be remembered as one of the most complex and compelling characters in Tyler Perry's entire body of work. So here is my final verdict. Williams is the most complex character in For Better or Worse history. Full stop. No qualifications, no caveats. She is the most complex character on this show, and it is not particularly close. And I say that with full respect to Williams, to Jennifer Jones, to Joseph Jones, to every other character who appeared on this show. They were all good characters. Some of them were great characters. But none of them had the depth, the range, the contradictions, the evolution, and the impact of Williams. And here is why that matters beyond just being a fun thing to analyze. It matters because Williams represents what is possible in television when you combine great writing with great acting. She represents what can happen when a creator like Tyler Perry takes the time to build a complex female character instead of defaulting to stereotypes or one-dimensional archetypes. She represents what a performer like Campbell Martin can achieve when she is given material that challenges her. And she represents what audiences can connect with when they are given a character who reflects the messiness and beauty of real life. If I had to give Williams a rating as a character, and I know that reducing a complex character to a number is reductive, but let us do it anyway because this is YouTube, I would give her a 9 out of 10. Not a perfect 10, because the inconsistencies in the writing prevent her from reaching that level. There were episodes where was not written to the standard she deserved. There were storylines that were resolved too quickly or dragged on too long. There were moments where the character felt more like a caricature than a person. But those imperfections are minor when weighed against the totality of what Williams was across 5 seasons. She was extraordinary, and a 9 out of 10 for a sitcom character on a cable network is an incredibly high rating that I do not give lightly. Now let me give you my final emotional take on this character. Williams made me laugh. She made me think. She frustrated me. She surprised me. She made me want to yell at the television screen and then made me want to give her a hug. She was the kind of character who stayed with me after the episode was over, who made me think about my own relationships and my own behavior. And that is the ultimate test of a great character. Not whether they are likable, not whether they are perfect, not whether they always do the right thing, but whether they make you feel something real. Williams made me feel something real every single time she was on screen. I want to end this video by saying thank you to a few people. Thank you to Tyler Perry for creating this character, and for having the vision to build a show around complex, realistic relationships. Tyler Perry gets a lot of criticism, and some of it is deserved, but the man also deserves credit for the things he gets right. And Williams was one of the things he got very right. Thank you to Campbell Martin for bringing to life with passion, skill, humor, and heart. You gave everything to this role, and it showed in every scene. Williams would not be the character she is without your performance, and I hope you know that your work on this show is appreciated and celebrated by people like me who pay attention to these things. And thank you to you, the viewer, for coming on this journey with me. We have been here for a while, and if you are still watching, first of all, you are a real one, and second of all, that tells me that Williams means something to you too. And that is what this is all about. Characters who mean something, stories that resonate, television that matters. Now here is what I need from you before we wrap this thing up. If you enjoyed this video, and I hope you did because I poured everything into it, hit that like button right now. Seriously, right now. It helps the channel more than you know, and it tells me that you want more content like this. More deep dives, more character analyses, more passionate breakdowns of the shows and characters that we love. If you are not subscribed yet, what are you even doing? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. And share this video with someone who loves For Better or Worse, someone who loves Campbell Martin, someone who appreciates great television characters. Share it on social media. Share it in your group chats. Send it to that friend who still argues about and to this day. Drop a comment below telling me what you think. Do you agree that Williams is the most complex character in For Better or Worse history? Do you have a different pick? What is your favorite moment? What is the scene that made you cry or made you laugh the hardest? I read every single comment and I respond to as many as I can, so let me hear from you. And listen, we have got so much more to cover on this channel. More Tyler Perry deep dives, more character analyses, more discussions about the shows and movies and moments that shaped black television. This is just the beginning, so stick around because we are building something special here and I want you to be a part of it. Until next time, take care of yourselves, be good to each other, and remember that the best characters on television are not the perfect ones. They are the ones who are messy and flawed and real, just like Williams. I will see you in the next one. Peace.
बाग बहारां जिथे गुल गुलजारां जिथे बाग बहारां जिथे गुल गुलजारां जिथे जन्नत नी तस्वीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देश माड़ा कश्मीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देश माड़ा कश्मीर खुद एक कमाल कुत है इसनी मिसाल कुत है खुद एक कमाल कुत है इसनी मिसाल कुत है बेमिसलो बेनजीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देश माड़ा कश्मीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देश माड़ा कश्मीर पहाड़ा वाला घने चनारा वाला ऊंचे पहाड़ा वाला घने चनारा वाला ठंडिया हवा वाला रंगली फसावा वाला हुस्न भरी जागीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देश माड़ा कश्मीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना मिठे गीत गाने, पंछी परी तालाने, मिठे मिठे गीत गाने, पंछी परी तालाने, खुलियां फजावां विच जिसनियां चावां विच होवे दिल असीर। देस माड़ा कश्मीर सोना, देस माड़ा कश्मीर, देस माड़ा कश्मीर सोना, देस माड़ा कश्मीर। जइयां सूरतां ने, वफानियां मूरतां ने, फुल्लां जइयां सूरतां ने, वफानियां मूरतां ने, जाई जाई चागतां ने, जिसनियां शोरतां ने, लोको आलमगीर। देस माड़ा कश्मीर सोना, देस माड़ा कश्मीर, देस माड़ा कश्मीर सोना, देस माड़ा कश्मीर। वतना तू दूर आ, बड़े मजबूर